Welcome back to the Stupidest Podcast with your host, Justin Rademacher. And that's it. I'm going to be the only guy today. Nobody else is here with me. No, I'm here with actually two other people. I'm here with what's his name, and who's that guy? What's it? I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. He's got a.
Dude, your intros are terrible lately.
He's got a beard. He's got a. I don't know. What is it?
What's up, buddy? It's Justin Vandeventer. How you guys been? Another episode. We got an exciting one here tonight.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun one. We got a special guest with us. We got Patrick Degeest.
Hey, guys.
Us. That's him. That's his voice right there.
I'm thrilled to be here. Big fan of the show.
Nice.
I
like to have fans of the show.
I'm excited to do this one too, Patrick. I've waited to kind of scheduled, and
Yeah, it's like we had a blind date about a month ago or so, and
now we're finally able to make it work.
Yeah, the anticipation has been building.
Yep. Well, I mean, we want you to come back like wanting more. So like that we've strategically done this.
Okay, it's worked. I'm pumped.
If you play your cards right, Roddy might put out tonight.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say no.
He's been trying to sit next to me on this couch since I got here.
Gee, I know. I've only been on the Zoom meeting for 5 minutes, and I've already seen him move at least 10 feet closer. Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm not the only one that was interested. Patrick was talking about going on a date tonight, so on the text feed.
Frankie's grandmother?
Yeah, he's going to go on a date with Frankie and her grandma tonight.
All right, so this episode comes out November 21st, right?
Mm-hmm.
So before we get into this, Roddy,
what?
How are you doing with your challenges?
Okay, so my challenges, I'm doing okay on one. We have episode challenges.
Okay.
So on the episodes where it's just Vandy and me, we do challenges. And so what our challenges are for November are we need to run 10 miles and we need to do 1,000 burpees. And so far, I'm at 200 burpees and 1.1 miles. So
you haven't ran at all?
I haven't ran at all since our last episode.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm struggling on the running. I might have to pay $25 on the running one, and then I think I'll be okay on the burpees, I think. I just got to step it up.
Do you track this, or are you guys on the honor system?
Well, we're tracking. It's an honor system,
okay.
But like we're tracking ourselves. And so like if I decided to say I ran 10 miles, I could, but I'm going to not do that because...
Sure.
I'm worried about the burpees.
Oh, really? How come?
I mean, I'm up to 350. So I've only done like 150 more since the last episode or whatever.
Yeah, but you're getting tired or what?
It's just, I don't know. I feel more confident about the running than the burpees.
Dude, I am the opposite. I forgot how to run. Like I'm not good at running. I thought I was in better shape. I play disc golf all the time, so I can walk for days. But running is a different story for me. I used to run
6 miles already.
Oh wow, dude! I used to run every single day. I played football like in high school. And so that was all I did was run, and then I would run routes, and then I would run like the whole time.
What position?
Wide receiver.
Okay, yeah.
So I did a lot of running. But
you ran every day.
I know. Well, I haven't been in high school for a while.
Yeah, what's the problem now? Old age?
I think so.
Yeah.
That and my exercising is disc golf, so I don't need to run. I need to like run for like to throw the disc, which is like 5 feet. And then I'm done running.
I mean, that adds up slowly but surely.
Yeah, I guess. But
5 feet times 18.
Yeah.
Well, and then you got to throw like twice on some holes because I'm not running when I'm putting. So if I have my approach, I got to run maybe 3 feet on an approach.
There you go. 10 miles, 5 feet at a time. You'll get there.
Oh, can I count disc golf?
No.
If I count disc golf, I'm at 7 miles.
Okay.
Just kidding. No, we can't count that. But yeah, what have you been up to other than the challenges?
Deer hunting was this weekend.
Yeah. Get anything?
I got a 5-pointer.
Nice. Better than a 4-pointer.
Right.
By one.
Oh.
I did the math quick.
I'm gonna go back out this weekend.
How many can you get? I don't hunt, so I don't.
Well, you have one for your main tag, and then I can get 2 bonus tags.
Okay. Do you have to pay for each of those bonuses?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you pay for the bonus but you don't get it, you can't get a refund.
Yeah, there's no refund.
So you're kind of gambling.
Do you gut it and skin it yourself, or do you send it off to be processed?
We do it all ourselves.
Okay.
Process it all ourselves. Do everything ourselves.
All right.
Clean it, butcher it, everything. We do breakfast sausage, lunch meat, salami, steaks, roast.
Sometimes they hook me up too. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Get some jerky.
Yeah, I'm a big deer jerky guy.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
So we have another person.
Dad should. We've been saying it for years that Dad should just sell this shit because his recipes are phenomenal.
Well, if you get extra, give it to me and I'll give Patrick some. Yeah. Or I'll say that I gave Patrick
some. I'll definitely bring it back. So.
But
what about you? What's new with you?
Not a whole lot new. Just working, and I haven't really. I played disc golf last week a little bit, but haven't played it all this week. I got a little thing going on with my eye. I don't know what's going on there. Just kind of like a irritation or like something's in it. I don't know. It's weird.
Is there a twinkle in it?
There's a twinkle in my eye.
I can tell.
Yeah. But.
Okay. Did you fart on your pillow?
Well, I mean, not more than the average amount.
Nice.
But no, it's definitely not that, because like the ball of my eye is like completely normal. It just like there's something like right in the inside right here that like is messing with me. But like I'm still able to do most things. It's irritating me.
I bet.
We've already got one comedian with an eye patch, so
I know
you got to stay off of his territory.
I know, and Frankie was honing in on the second one, and now I'm trying to get on the third.
Yeah, you're stealing people's material at this point.
I know. My bad. Sorry, guys. Not trying to steal anybody's material. Trying to jump on
an eye patch, and you could be dazzled it.
Well, I mean, that'd be cool.
This is unrelated, but I have a buddy who makes custom horror masks.
Oh.
And he made me a eye patch themed after penis foreskin.
What? That sounds pretty sweet.
Awesome.
This has got like, I don't know. It's pretty disgusting. It's got pubes and...
it sounds amazing.
He does good work.
I might need to hire him to make me something.
That he does. Awesome. He loves it. He does great work. I'll hook you up after the show.
Sweet. Does he like do discounts not around like Halloween? Like since it's after Halloween, would I get it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't even need a discount. I just wanted
so
to
he makes like legitimate masks?
Yeah. Yep.
That's
he's a big Friday the 13th guy, so in Jason masks from the various movies or the video games. That's his specialty, but he does a lot of custom stuff too.
Do you think he could do like it doesn't necessarily have to be horror, but it'd be sweet to have like a Los Angeles Rams where it has like a horn.
Oh yeah.
That'd be sick.
He's always looking for new ideas, so I'll run something by him.
Dude, I would love a Los Angeles Rams
with pubes
mask.
on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, I wasn't gonna not get. You can't do that without the pubes. I thought the pubes were implied.
Well, you can provide your own, or pay a little extra. But
I'm gonna have to pay a little extra. Okay. I think.
Them fields are pretty barren right now.
The carpet matches the top
brought
of
to you
the
by Manscaped.
Yeah, we were sponsored by Manscaped for a little bit, so we.
Good tie in there.
Yeah, that's how we got that. But
oh,
yeah, other than that, not a whole lot new going on. Patrick, what do you have anything new going on?
I went to the orchestra Saturday with my girlfriend.
How'd that go?
On a whim. I'm not an orchestra guy. It seemed good,
Yeah.
But I really have no idea.
You're like,
man, Patrick, you seem fancy.
No. This was my girlfriend has 2 coworkers who were in it. They were like in the choir part, so she just wanted to support them. I went. The whole time I kept comparing it to comedy, which probably seems unfair.
You're like, this isn't funny at all.
The jokes are terrible. Like their laughs per minute were way low. You know, they could not deal with hecklers at all.
Oh, were you the
How do you light this guy? Get this guy out of here. Yeah. Light him.
Right.
Bassoon, more like a buffoon. Am I right, folks?
That's awesome. Were you the only heckler? Because I knew you were heckling.
Yeah, nobody else. Everybody else is like really stuffy and quiet. I don't get it.
They're like sitting there like trying to enjoy themselves, but they can't because it's not funny.
Right. I was just trying to help the show.
Yeah.
And they didn't appreciate my help.
You like kept trying to throw out like tags for them. Like, hey, like you could go this way. Like, no, they didn't do anything.
They were all in tuxedos. I was there in a bowling shirt.
Right, it's true. I wore like jeans and a sweater, which I thought was dressed up, but clearly was not.
That's awesome.
That's great.
But also, they sold like 1,500 tickets for a.
Oh wow!
I mean, I don't want to trash orchestra, but. You know, we do a free show every week, multiple free shows every week. We're lucky to get 50.
We need to start taking notes. Maybe we need to start getting like orchestra music in the background or something.
We're going to tap into that.
I think you guys should just start standing outside, handing out flyers. Like, you thought this was good. Come get a laugh.
Yeah.
We can tell our jokes as they leave with like a hat for change.
Hey, I got a mask. This is a pube right here.
You're right.
Yeah, you can only imagine the comedy that would come after this mask.
So I mean, that was new
under
for
this
me.
mask is even way more funny.
Yeah. Wait a second, that's my face.
Oh.
I was the one wearing the mask in this situation, wasn't I?
Wait, those aren't pubes?
No, these aren't pubes. This is just my beard hair.
Oh, it's natural.
Yeah,
okay.
I know
they're them on every morning.
Yep. Yeah. Takes a lot of pubes every morning. And it's new pubes every time.
That's why it's so barren down south.
Exactly. I got to grow them every night.
Yeah.
But, well, sweet. Do we want to... You look like you were about to say something.
Oh, I was going to rip on you. I was like, you think the pubes are big on the face? You should see down below.
Well, that's what we were saying. That's what we were saying. I get it. I get it from down below every morning. That's what we were getting at. So, do you want to get into it?
Sure.
Patrick, are you ready
to get into it?
First, right?
Yeah, you're going to go first.
All right, Patrick. What inspired you to get into stand-up comedy?
My girlfriend harassed me into it for years.
It took years?
Nice. Years. She kept telling me I should do stand-up comedy. I assume she was just trying to get in my pants. Right? One of those meaningless compliments.
Yeah.
Years and years.
She'll get there one day.
She's working hard at it. And I just, I don't know, thought that was absurd, right? Like if, I don't know, someone tells you should be a musician or a model or something, you're just like, yeah, okay, that's a meaningless compliment people throw out. And then I just started slowly, that idea sank into my brain. And then I started just writing my thoughts down. But that took probably 4 or 5 years before from when she told me till I actually got on stage.
But you were writing for that 4 to 5 years?
I was not writing actively. I was writing like premises down or potential ideas. And then it probably took 3 or 4 years before that. Okay, I'm going to go on stage now. And I just took some of the best stuff and finally started focused on writing that. Yeah. And then I gave it a shot. West Palm Beach at the Palm Beach Improv was my first time.
Damn. So did you like live down there, or like was it just like you were living there?
Yeah, at the time I was living in Fort Pierce, Florida.
Okay,
which is about a little over an hour away from West Palm Beach.
Oh dang! So you drove an hour to get to the Improv?
It's weird because I searched for closer ones. They had nothing, at least that I could find through Google. They had no closer open mics than like an hour and probably 15 minutes away from me.
Damn.
Yeah.
How much time did you get your first time then?
I don't even remember. It was 3 minutes or 5 minutes, one of the two.
Dang.
Pretty standard.
You're going to cut into all these other questions and keep asking questions like that.
I'm just trying to get to know.
That being said, Patrick, how long you been with your girlfriend? You said it took, 3-4 years of her telling you?
We've been together. She'll listen to this and I won't get the answer right. It's like 9 or 10 years.
I got you in trouble right now?
Yeah. It's like 9 years, I think. Maybe 10. Off and on.
Yeah. There you go. Just say it's been about 9 years. And
yeah. If you cut out the time where we broke up, it's probably like 8 years.
Okay.
We got to figure it out since then.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, I was in a really...
42.
Okay. Wow, you look really young for 42.
Thanks. I have a girlfriend who supports me, so low stress living. That's the key.
That helps.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say
we gotta find one of those, Roddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for anything at this point. Anything that's good.
The other day I posted and she asked, what's your longest relationship? I said, I'm going strong 35 years with my left hand.
Committed.
Committed. Never says no.
Yeah.
Never backtalk.
Yeah. Who says men are afraid of commitment? You've been sticking it out with Lefty.
I don't think I've ever been in a relationship with my left hand. Can't say that. Yeah, can't say the same. But
somebody also commented, "What about the right hand?" I said, "I think might be at 10 years. I don't know. We have a little off and on relationship."
Yeah.
Side action.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you got to do the strange.
The other hand gets jealous.
Yeah, you got to do the stranger every now and then, right? No, I was gonna say I was in a relationship like that where like you're off and on, so you were like off for like a year, and so like you're just like, do we count that, like, or is that not? Yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah,
we did that when we got back together. We're like, so do we tell people we were together for 4 or 5 years, or do we say that we were together for 3 and then together for another year? Or...
We had a bit of a fraught period, which we got that all ironed out, but at the time,
okay,
man, it was a disaster. You know?
Yeah. I feel that.
Comedians, or at least potential comedians, can be tough to deal with.
Get out of here. That's why.
They've got like mental issues or something.
That's why I'm single.
Yeah. From what I've noticed, we're all stable as all can be.
Right.
So
you're like the outlier. 9-10 years.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I give it to Caitlin, so.
Yeah, I guess
she picked a good one though. I feel.
And she's great. She's fantastic. I love Caitlin.
Nice. Is that the first time you've said it? Just kidding.
Yeah.
This is the first time she's hearing it.
I need an intermediary, medium. So through a podcast, I think I'm ready to say it.
Okay.
I'll say, honey, you should really listen.
Just listen to at least this part.
Big news coming up.
Yeah. I'll write down the time so you can. Hi, Patrick. What style of comedy do you perform on stage, or do you even think like? Do you like your style? If not, what style would you want to do?
Oh yeah, I dark comedy, I guess. I don't know if that's a style. Dark is my favorite for sure.
Yeah, I'd consider that a style.
For sure.
And your style too.
Yeah. I don't know why I love it. They do say I've heard articles that say like intelligent people love dark comedy. And I like repeating that.
That is, it's interesting. I mean, a lot of the dark comics that I know, like Anthony Jeselnik, like is a genius. Like he's so smart, and how he is able to get it and like deliver it so well too.
Yeah, I love Anthony Jeselnik. And it's like, well, what, if there's dark stuff or negative stuff, you can dwell on it and get depressed and let it ruin your life, or you can make light of it and kind of own it a little bit and. Bring some laughter to people.
Yeah, find the humor in it.
Right.
Like, there's humor in most things as long as you can find it, and you have to, like, convey it properly. Like,
yeah.
If you don't convey it properly, it can definitely come off the wrong way.
Correct.
But
correct.
Well, that's what makes dark comedy funny, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and it's, like, the challenge of it, too. Like, it was so fun writing those roasts.
Yeah.
Because that's not my typical style. And so it was cool to write those kind of mean jokes in a lighthearted way like towards the people that I really like and care about.
Yes.
And I still want to roast them. Like I want it to be funny and I want it to be good, but it's challenging at times too, because like you say something and all of a sudden you're like, oh, is that maybe too harsh, or should I dial it back a little bit?
And it's the old theory, right? You can get away with it if the writing is good enough or the joke is clever enough or whatever. It'll work. And if it doesn't work, you're going to probably bomb hard because it'll turn the audience off. But Danielle, who you just had on the show, has said to me once or twice, she said, I liked watching the audience while you were up there. They didn't want to like your jokes, but you made them.
That's a very good compliment.
Yeah, and I loved hearing that.
That's when you know you have a good dark joke. Though.
Yes, right. I loved hearing that. That's exactly what I go for when I do dark comedy. Yep. So that's my style for sure, and I really enjoy it. Yeah, I wish it wasn't always at my girlfriend's expense. She seems to be my dark muse, I guess.
But you also like go off of that too. Like you have some pretty good stuff that like doesn't involve her. Like,
yeah, I try to get away from her.
Nah.
Not physically, comedically. Don't want it to always be about mocking her pain.
Yeah.
Or the knifing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's such a good joke.
Thank you.
Every time I try to sit down and do one-liners like Roddy, it always goes dark.
Yeah.
I have a hard time writing something that's not dark as a one-liner.
Yeah.
Interesting. I have a lot, like most of my stuff for like one-liners is clean, but most of my clean jokes like don't connect with people. Like some of them do, like people like some of them, but like I always usually have to go with my naughty Roddy stuff to like get the laugh. So like if I'm like going, I'll do like 3 or 4 naughty Roddies, and then I'll go like 3 or 4 clean ones, and then I feel like I'm losing them. So I'm like, okay, I guess we'll go back to the naughty.
A lot of the ones that you think are naughty aren't that naughty.
Yeah. that is true. Some of them are just, I say they're naughty, but I talk about poop. So
poop jokes. Getting edgy over here.
I know, they're naughty because there's fecal matter in there.
Well, we get a pretty like college heavy crowd in Dublin, so I think, I don't know, they probably like sex and poop jokes or whatever.
The sex and poop jokes are the ones that hit the hardest usually.
All right. Who are some of your biggest influences in comedy, and who is your favorite comedian right now?
Jesselnick, we just mentioned. He's one of my favorites. Maybe one of the best dark comedy writers out there.
Yeah.
Taylor Tomlinson's really good dark writer about like just her own dating life, and
she's very good with that.
Yeah. Doug Stanhope is one of my favorites. He mixes dark in, but he's got a lot of social commentary. Also, just goes off the wall with like painting vulgar word pictures.
He's vulgar? I didn't know he was.
That's not really my style, but I appreciate the word pictures he can paint with that. Doug Stanhope's probably my favorite active comedian right now.
I always say if you could put Jeff Ross and Bill Burr into a blender, you got Doug Stanhope.
Yeah. I like that he's still somehow a little bit, I don't know, underground, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like he is, but yet he's like one of the... It's weird because he's like the most famous underground comedian.
Right.
Like that's how I picture him.
He talks about he only does shows on midweek, like Tuesdays and Wednesdays. He doesn't want random not fans showing up to his shows.
Fans.
Yeah, he wants just his fans to be there, so he'll do a Tuesday and a Wednesday show.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the shows...
in a bunker in Arizona.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the shows that I've gone to, like at Acme, like I've gone on Thursday nights, I've gone on Friday, Saturday. Like the comedians usually tend to like the Thursday night because that's like the comedian group that like go there. Like they're the ones that are actually into the show. Or the Saturday, like they're there for the bachelorette party or they're there for another reason, and comedy just happens to be going on.
Yeah, the Friday night show is all drunks who are just drinking off the work week and want to have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do like Thursday night going to Acme or something like that if I'm going to go do it again. Yeah. Even like just me performing too would be funner.
Yeah.
Funner is that.
So who was your influences when you were younger, like before?
The first two like comedy, specials I just listened to over and over were Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. I think it was Bigger and Blacker, and what was the other one? Man, Killing Them Softly. Those two specials.
Nice.
Yeah. My brother burned those for me on a CD, and I just listened to them on repeat over and over and over again in the early 2000s or something.
Yeah,
is when those came out. Yeah, that's probably when I really fell in love with comedy.
I did that with Brian Regan.
Yeah,
Brian Regan Live. That was on a loop when I was a kid.
Yep.
It was my favorite.
Yeah, just listen to it over and over.
Yep. Yeah, I had all of it memorized, so like I would be telling the neighbors, they'd be like, "Okay, you can leave."
Yeah, I tried to tell my parents like, "Hey, there's a great bit coming up. Just listen," and they don't get it.
Yeah. Hi. So when was we kind of already answered this, but you said it was in Florida. What was it like getting on stage for the first time? Like
terrifying. It was. I would say I was borderline passing out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Luckily, I had some shots, had a couple shots, and I just practiced my bit so often. I just kind of plowed through it. But like, my vision was going white at the time. I was so, overcome with stage fright.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you guys like that? Were you nervous or super nervous your first times?
So one of my first times was actually at Acme. And I didn't have time to be nervous because I had my 3 minutes and I'd like put my name on there. And if you star your name, you're like automatically get to go up. But you're going to be like one of the first ones. So sure. I had maybe 20 minutes to get ready. And so I'm sitting there and I was talking to this other comedian, talking to her at the bar and telling her like the jokes that I'm thinking about doing. And I told her one joke and she's like, "That's not going to go well here." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Yeah, that joke's not going to go well here. You might want to like do something else." I'm like, "Okay." So,
just what you want to hear right before you go on.
So I'm like, okay. So I'm like trying to think of what I can do. So like I just took that 20 minutes to like basically redo my set.
Oh.
And so I was like redoing my set, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, well, I need to like start getting in there because I'm like one of the first comedians to go. And as soon as I walk through the doors, they're like, "And your next comedian, Justin Rademacher." And they all clapped. I'm like, okay, here we go. And I just ran up on stage and I did my thing. I have it recorded actually. So it went decent. Didn't do great, but I mean, like I got laughs and stuff. But the whole time I didn't know what was going on while I was on stage because I was like that. I was like almost blacked out, but I had rehearsed my stuff enough that I like got through. Cause I like had like my 5 minutes, but then I had to get rid of like my first like minute and a half. So like I knew the ending, so I knew that I'd get to that part. So I just basically had to quick memorize the first few minutes, and because I only had 3 minutes, so I was like, half my set was gone. So I'm like, okay, well I just need to get through this half so I can get to the second half. But luckily my jokes are short enough that I can get them. They're like 10, 15 seconds most of them.
I get nervous every time, up until that first laugh. And then once I get that first laugh, then I'm good to go.
Yeah, sometimes it takes him till after he's off stage to get the first laugh.
But it comes.
They cheer at least.
Yeah. All right, some applause break as I exit the stage.
No. But yeah, so
I like those nerves though. I like that nervousness.
Yeah.
So do you remember anything that like from that? Like, did you record it or did you like remember it or like how?
It's gone forever. The venue recorded it. Like I paid them $20 to record it, and they put it on like a private YouTube link, and they sent me the link, and I just thought it would always be there for like the memories. Yeah. So I shared it with people for like a year, and then they deleted it.
Oh.
Or it's just gone now. So.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be fun to have. I should have, I guess, put it on my own computer, but it's just gone now.
Yeah. Damn.
Sucks.
Yeah. It went okay.
Yeah.
Like yours. I got some laughs. I'm sure a lot of it was cringe. I'm sure I was nervous as hell.
Nah.
But I got a few laughs, and it didn't deter me or ruin my experience.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like one of the first times I had gone on stage. Actually, I forgot that wasn't the first. The first time I ever was actually at St. Cloud. That one did not go great. That one was okay. I had a couple laughs, but
sure,
that one was definitely not recorded. That was, I don't remember what year that was.
Also, I didn't go back for like a year.
Oh, okay.
Partially because of the nerves. Also because down there, at least at Palm Beach Improv, they were bringer shows. Do they even have those in Minnesota?
Not that I've heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you have to bring a certain number of people.
Yeah, you got to bring enough people to get on stage. So I had to convince like my coworkers to drive an hour and a half on a work night.
Oh, dang.
So I couldn't get them to go back for like another year.
Wow. How many like people did you have to bring?
I think it was 5. I have to bring at least 5.
Every place I've ever heard, it's either 2 to 5.
Yeah, and it's a 2-drink minimum. So like your friends are just paying the venue to put you on stage, essentially.
Dang. Yeah, I've never heard of that here. At least maybe they had that before, but yeah, I've never personally had to experience.
Yeah,
that.
I'm so glad they don't have it around here. Man,
we should start implementing it.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, new rule. New rule.
Roddy, you never get on stage.
I know. Let's make the minimum for the new people. Let's not do it for us.
Yeah, we're grandfathered in.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. How long were you, or have you been, an open micer?
I mean, that's a good question. I'll let you guys can help me out with the answer to this one, because my first time was 2018. I mean, so that'd be 4 years. But like I said, I didn't do it again for a year after that. I went back in 2019 when I could wrangle up some friends and coworkers to go back to this bringer show. And then again, I had the same problem, so I didn't go back to stand up for another year after that, which would be 2020. At that point, I'd quit my job, moved to the Keys, found a sweet little club there. I was going to just start grinding it out. I went 3 times at that club, and then COVID hit. Shut the world down. Ended up moving back to Minnesota, because that's where I'm from originally. Landed in Duluth. Was just waiting. You know, I Googled all the Duluth areas. I was waiting for Dublin's to open up as soon as they did, which was, I think, June or July of last year. Then I've just been going nonstop ever since. So,
dang.
It's either 4 years since the first day I did it, or I don't know, a year and a half since I've been really going to multiple mics every week. I don't really know what counts.
Yeah, well, I'm the same way. Like I've been doing it since, like, my very first time doing stand up was like probably 2012, if you count my very first time. But that was high school, or not high school, that was college. And I started writing and stuff, but It was not like anything that I don't use any of it today. And then like I waited probably 3 or 4 years till I did it again. And then again, I did it at Acme, and then I waited another year or 2 to perform again. Then I waited another little while. So like I've been doing it sporadically in the cities, but then I moved up here, started doing it was it February or March?
February.
And I've been doing it ever since then. So like that's the same for me. Like
I made him do it on February.
Good for you.
Yeah, we were playing darts, and I'm like, should we do it? Should I go sign up? And he's like, yeah, let's just go do it. And I'm like, okay, I did it. It went well. Frankie invited me to go to the one-liner contest. Yeah. So, and then I just started going. So that if you count like me doing it regularly every week, it's then. But otherwise,
I think that's how the pros count it. Like, I know they hate it when people say, you know, they did open mic once and like, oh, I'm a comedian too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, you're not.
You're not doing it regularly.
You're not putting the work in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, if that's the case, then I've been doing it for under a year. So.
Vandy, you?
Well, I don't go regularly every week like you guys, because I just don't have the time or the availability. But off and on I did my first stand-up show as a talent show in like middle school. And then did a couple open mics in high school. I did go. There was a place up in college. I went to school up in Ely. And there was a bar that had open mic, and we did it pretty much twice a month, 3 times a month maybe. And then I was going pretty regularly, like just before COVID, before everything shut down around here. And then haven't really done much stand up for a while now. I need to get on stage.
Yeah, he's trying to come up on Thursdays, but it's gonna be. He says it's gonna be a little bit. I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later.
Hoping within another week or two.
Okay.
Tops.
Where do you live now?
Elk River.
Okay.
Yeah. So just west of the cities.
Sure.
So yeah.
He's got to come up every Thursday.
Not every Thursday. I'm gonna try to get up there for most.
You got to bring 5 friends if you want stage time. You got to bring some friends. 2 drink minimum.
Yeah.
The guy back there, that's Seabass. He's with me.
That was awesome.
So
yeah, we need to start doing that 2 drink minimum for the newbies.
Right.
Starting with Vandy. Only Vandy. We're only going to do it for Vandy.
Right.
But how many times do you think you should be going on stage every week, and do you think it matters?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one for me because I only do it once a week, like regularly.
Yeah, I mean, generally more is probably better. I like to have at least something specific I'm working on that night, and if I don't have that, I feel like it's less valuable for me to go. And sometimes it's just as simple as like I'm going to do some of my old really polished bits, but I'm just going to focus on like eye contact or pausing. I'm going to pause more and just stare at somebody for 2 seconds. Because those bits are so polished and memorized at that point. I can or like body movement, act out stuff like that. I'm not great at. So and sometimes it's just that easy, but I found if I just show up and I'm not prepared and I'm like, I don't know, kind of winging it a bit or goofing off on stage or reading half thought out premises off my phone, then I feel like that's not as valuable to me. So yeah, I'll go. I like 2 to 3 times a week myself, but some people say you should be going twice a night, which seems nuts to me.
Yeah, that's especially like up here. That's nearly impossible.
Yeah,
there isn't a night that you could go twice.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah, I don't know. That I love doing it on Thursday nights. I'm trying to get to Tuesday nights. Obviously, we can't tonight since we're recording.
Yeah.
But we should be getting Wednesdays soon. We got T-Bones on Mondays, and I want to hit that one up, but I'm working Mondays right now, so I'm trying to hit them. But
yeah, it will be nice. We should have a Monday through Thursday open mic option in the Twin Ports. That'll be great.
The scene up there is growing so much.
Yeah. We got a good core group, and they're all hungry and motivated and creating opportunities. It's fantastic up here, honestly.
Yeah, I'm still talking to Black Bear, hoping to get that going. I know we talked about that earlier, but I'm hoping he hits you up soon.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for that one.
Richard, if you're listening, hit Patrick up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's make it work.
Ready, Richard.
I don't know if he listens or not.
I like it. All right. Is stand-up comedy what you thought it would be?
Kinda, yeah. Actually, no. I mean, the grinding it out, going to open mics is almost exactly what I thought it would be. Just a lot of hard work, a lot of trial and error. A lot of showing up in mostly empty bars, performing for your friends. But I've been kind of dabbling in the business side of it, the producing show side. And that is, I will say, surprisingly easy to get into. Way more than I would have thought, right? Like you just call venues. Most of them, I don't know why, they're just thrilled to have comedy. There's a lot of behind the scenes work. You have to sign up for like online ticket software, and you gotta hang flyers and all the groundwork and stuff like that. But man, it's been real successful. I've been getting 50 to 100 people at a show, which I never would have expected.
Dang.
Yeah.
Is that like?
Can I borrow like 2 or 3 of those? Got 100 then when I come up there on Thursday.
Yeah, sure. We'll get you in the door.
Yeah, right.
So like not only like so the producing and stuff like that is also what you were expecting, or like that seems a little like I thought it was going to be harder.
Yeah, I would have thought it was hard. Like before I set up my first show, I was again I had it imagined differently. I thought I would need like I don't know well produced videos of like myself and Bob and Danielle, who I have been using as kind of the headliners. You know, I thought I would need that, like references or something to give these bars. You know, I thought I'd have to pay a ton of money to rent these rooms. And it turns out you just go to, you find a venue that preferably has a separate side like event room. And you just say, how much for the room? And for a lot of them, they'll do a deal where like if you sell $200 worth of alcohol, you can have it for free.
Oh.
And you hit that every time with a comedy audience. They're drinkers, you know?
Yeah, 200's nothing.
Yeah.
That's two people's tabs.
What's been the best contract that you've gotten with the venue?
Basically that. Free if I get enough people to buy alcohol. Free with enough sales.
Yeah.
The worst one I did... If anybody wants to get into this, here's your tips. You know, find a room that's free or less than $100, or we'll give you the room for free if you sell alcohol. Because the very first show I did, I don't know if they tricked me or did like a Jedi mind trick thing, but they're like, how about this? You get the first, I think 30 ticket sales. You get all of that. After that, we split it 50-50. And my thought was, 30 people. I'm not going to get that many people to show up to my first homemade show, right? And we got 120.
Oh,
yeah,
dang.
Which was
have you ever gotten a cut of liquor?
Never.
Okay.
Maybe that
might be the next move.
I was gonna say that could be a good move, but I mean, are you gonna find somebody that's willing to get in on that? Because they're probably like, well, we'll give you more of the tickets rather than the alcohol.
I mean, they might. Part of the key is I focus on areas that really have nothing going on.
Oh, good. That's a good call.
So I'm not doing this in big cities, just so people know. I do towns like 10,000 people.
Yeah, okay.
And all they've got is karaoke and high school football. That's the only entertainment in town. And I'm not going to compete with high school football because I'll lose that battle. So
especially in those towns.
Yeah. I check the calendar. I make sure there's nothing else going on in that town.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, they're really thrilled. So the bars in that town are just like, great. Anything you can do to bring customers to this establishment. So yeah, maybe I should start asking for a cut of the liquor sales. Because it's working.
Well, if you're bringing in 100 people consistently, I think you can kind of use that as leverage.
Yeah.
At least that's what I've seen in past.
Yeah, I should start.
If you keep going to the same venues and they keep seeing you, then you'd be like, hey, I think it's time that we get a cut of the liquor. I mean, maybe we can split 50-50 right down the middle. You get half the door, we get half of the liquor sales. We call that a night.
Yeah, I think the next step, because so far it's been a lot more successful than I would have guessed.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. 100 people, that's a lot of revenue.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. Like, we've talked about doing like live podcasts. We thought that'd be cool. See if that might work. But the only shows that I've ever set up, like I have one this Friday, but I've had like a couple at the bowling alley and a couple that I've set up, but I've never sold tickets for a show. So I've only done where the venue pays me to bring comedians.
Sure.
So like I'm trying to do and so like the one I'm doing, we're just bringing 6 comedians and then they're just going to pay us.
Okay.
So it's a little different style. There's not a feature or a headliner or an opener. It's just kind of basically like a different kind of open mic-ish style. Like 6 of us do 15 minutes and
well, that's I think what the first show I ever did, that's what they tried to offer. They just said, how much for your show?
Yeah.
I think that's what they wanted to do, and I had no idea. It was my first time. I just threw out a number. I said $600, and that's how they came back with it. Well, how about you just get the first 30 ticket sales, and then we split things after that. So that's probably what a lot of them prefer.
Is the just paying straight out rather than the tickets.
Yeah, they pay you as talent and keep it simple that way.
No, I like the ticket idea though. That's why I was like kind of asking just a little bit about it, because like
this is where you start seeing people getting screwed over. is when you start dibbling into this stuff.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, that's what, like when you listen to other podcasts and they're like, man, I got screwed over big time from this. This is the kind of talking about.
Well, yeah, it's just in my experience, having done only 6 shows, you know, I've got rooms for free, or I've paid, you know, I paid $750 for that room that we ended up splitting ticket sales, and it's like that just sounds absurd, you know?
Yeah.
$750 to rent your side room for 2.5 hours or whatever.
Yeah. Dang.
That's a little ridiculous.
That's a learning experience, you know?
Yeah. Did you do okay on that show? End up making it out?
No.
Dang.
Well, again, that was my fault, you know? Yeah. When you get that many people in the room, I felt like I was you know, high roller. What is it? Sapphire Club?
Yeah, you were at the Sapphire level. You were the highest level at Black Bear.
Yeah, I was Sapphire Club, so I was paying my talent well. I was like tipping out the wait staff real well. You know, half of it just because I wanted to get asked back.
Yeah.
Then I went home, ran the numbers, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm gonna have to pay taxes on all these online ticket sales.
Yeah.
So the money I kept in my pocket, well, I still have it, but most of that will go to taxes at the end of the year, I think.
Dang.
But you know, like I said, I'd rather have a good show with a lot of people for my first show than pocket a bunch of money.
Nah. Well, plus then now you can get invited back and do more shows for them, and hopefully it's a little different level of what you get.
Yeah, that's part of the goal of targeting these, you know, kind of, I don't know if they're small or medium-sized towns or what, but everyone I go to, they say, you know, we never get anything like this, and we'd love to have you back. So that's the ultimate end goal for every show.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's only going to benefit you in the long run. Like, it's way easier to communicate with the people that you've already done business with than to completely get a new client or whatever. It's just like a business thing.
Yeah, and it's good for me too, because like finding the venue is so much work. Like finding a right venue. For whatever reason, you just can't Google search event rooms and get a lot of stuff to pop up. I don't know why. You have to go to that town. Like I just went to International Falls. I had to go there with my girlfriend. We asked the cashier at a like gift shop. Hey, where are the event rooms in this town? And she named like 5 of them. We just drove there. One of them was great. I booked that place.
Yeah.
And you know, I tried to Google it before then. Just nothing comes up. I don't know why.
Wow.
Well, we have the Legion, the Eagles Club.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy that you couldn't find that. Like, you'd think that would be easily Googleable.
Yeah, Google event rooms, party rooms, banquet rooms. You get maybe 30 or 40% of what exists in a town.
Wow.
A lot of them are just so undercover. Right? You know, I've been looking at one in Brainerd. It was like a plant nursery all summer. And again, it's the perfect room in Brainerd because again, I drove there, looked at 8 different places. And it was it's such a good room for comedy. They've never had it there. I don't know why. And it was a plant nursery all summer long. And I never would have found it Googling it.
Yeah.
I had to go there and ask people, like, where are the event rooms in Brainerd?
And how funny are those plants? Like, those plants can't be that good.
Right.
How much are they charging those plants to do comedy?
Right. Their jokes are terrible.
I got to talk to John down here, Roddy, see if we can get something going.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it's a good room.
It is a good room. I mean, that room I think would be perfect for comedy.
Yeah,
it worked pretty good for those couple of shows that we did.
Yeah, I set a couple shows up like down in that area, hoping to do well. But I feel like the tickets would probably be a better thing down in that area than like just paying the talent. So I need to learn how to do that aspect of the business.
Yeah. I mean, I charge every show. I charge $20 a person, and like I said, I get 50 to 100 people to show up, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
especially if you can get less than 100 at the door, or like for the room. I mean,
right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I mean, if you just tell them like, yeah, you're gonna make a lot in liquor sales, I'm sure that'll get you a lot.
And that's what I need to do. And I think might have been Danielle who mentioned that too. She's got a lot of good ideas.
No.
She just told me to start asking these venues, you know, how much they sold in liquor. Because then I can take that number to the next venue.
Yeah. That'd be like, this is how much we sold here.
You break it down. If you're bringing in 100 people, the average person spends $20 on liquor.
Right.
It's $2,000.
Right. And again,
that's a lot of money. That's a lot of revenue that you just brought in.
Yeah, and again, and these are
on a
yeah, these are venues with nothing going on.
Mm-hmm. You know? If there is no high school football team.
Right.
Plus, I mean, you don't really want the high school football team to be there anyway. So I'm just kidding.
You just brought in a shit ton of revenue on a Tuesday or Wednesday night at that place. That probably didn't do that all night.
Yeah, they were thrilled. These owners are thrilled. I can tell you that. So I think a lot of them are very eager if you find the right spot.
Well, I think you're doing the right thing in actually going to these towns because, like, even just a face-to-face, like, seeing somebody, that's going to be way different than, like, hey, my name is so-and-so, like, typing out an email. Like, you're not going to hardly get anything. But you're, like, they're shaking their hand, like, hey, I'm Patrick. I'd say Roddy. But I'm here to do comedy. Like, that's cool. And then you actually get to see the building and you get to see, like, what it would be like. Like, yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. This is going to air after the show. I haven't seen the tower tap, so I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. I know it's going to be at the bar, and I don't know if it's going to be like great quality for like stage thing cuz they've never done comedy there. But she said it's going to be good. So they have a working mic. That's okay. That's a good thing.
That's really important.
Boom.
Yeah. So I talked to her today. She was at the casino, so I got a little bit of face to face with her.
Yeah. Working mic and alcohol are
I think that's all that's all
two
that
of the
matters.
most important ingredients to comedy. So
oops.
I'm trying to think back when we had that big. I can't remember his name. We got a big comedian at the bowling alley one time when I was managing there. Can't remember what his name was.
Was that the guy that I opened for?
No.
Okay.
This was years before. This was before when the arcade was still down by the front door.
Yeah, I don't know then.
Big famous or big overweight?
Both.
Louis Anderson?
Both. He opened for Louis. He used to open for Louis. Huh. But I remember I was managing at the time and I was running the numbers. We gave him $10,000. He got the door and he got half of our liquor sales.
Wow. Yeah.
Did you make money off of that?
We actually still did.
Okay.
Wow.
Because he did 3 shows that night. And I think he had 250 people per show.
Dang. Yeah.
And a lot of them still stuck around after, so we got a lot of liquor sales outside of the show.
Sure. Yeah. People.
But he only got half the liquor in the actual. Yeah.
Yep. In the show.
Dang, that's still good. But, I don't think I was there for that.
That was
I don't remember that.
That was a long time ago. But man, I was running the numbers. I'm like, that guy made bank that night.
Yeah. Those are the shows we need to put together.
That's the dream. That's the dream.
What was the dream? When I was that's one thing when I was like, man, comedy's where it's at. I was like, that guy just made probably $15,000 a night.
Yeah. But you also got to think like how much time and effort they put into doing their comedy up until that point. Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing what we're doing now.
Yeah.
For who knows how many years.
Yeah.
Well, that's the warning too. I'll say right now is producing shows. My writing time has just plummeted because I spend so much time scouting venues, emailing the owners, making digital media, hanging the flyers, and in constant contact with them. So I probably write, I bet not even half as much as I used to.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm, constantly trying to get people to show up and pay ticket price.
Yeah.
So that's the downside.
Yeah, so if you're working on writing and you need to focus on that, then maybe wait a little bit till you do it. Is that what you were recommend?
It's very time consuming.
Yeah.
Very time consuming.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, especially if you're like learning all the ins and outs of like ticket sales, and then you also need to like know what you're doing when you're marketing, like not only online, but then when you're like you need to know the town, like where to put the flyers, like how to market in the town too, because you want to get people there.
Yep. Or all the business stuff. I had to register as a business and start an LLC, which I guess also has benefits because now I can take a trip to scout venues, and that's all a business expense now. Yeah. So I'll just drive to a city, get a hotel,
that's all business
go around.
expense.
Yeah, those are business expenses.
How hard was it for you to get an LLC?
Yeah, we're thinking about doing that for the podcast, actually.
Okay. Yeah. That part's not hard. You go on a Minnesota website. It's like $155.
That's way out of our price range.
Yeah, they send you that. But see, then I keep finding more expenses. LLC is $155, but then to start a business bank account, you have to get a lawyer to write up like articles of intent or something like that. Basically, your business plan. That's another like $100. Technically, I'm the CEO of my company because I paid to have this legal thing set up. And then then the state of Minnesota made me like buy this OSHA employees' rights poster to hang in my business.
Interesting.
And that was $100.
Wow.
Yeah. So
interesting.
It's probably $500 or something once all that's said and done.
Dang. Where is it hanging? Is it like above your toilet?
No, it's in a drawer.
Right. I was going to say, do you got it in your car or something?
It's huge. It's like 3 foot by 6 foot or something. Like, it's folded 12 times.
You should take a picture. You should take a picture of it, shrink it down as like a bumper sticker.
So it's still legible though. So
You're like, it's right there. Right there's the bumper. Right there's the bumper.
Yeah, if any of the comics complain, I'll say, look,
it's right there.
It's on my car, buddy.
Hey, you should have read it.
Yeah. It's all right there.
Okay. I'll do it.
Make it see-through, like put it on your windshield, like Ricky Bobby. Yeah. Man, I love Fig Newtons, but...
Yeah, so it's all been learning as I go. I probably missed something. I'm terrified I'm going to commit tax fraud accidentally at the end of the year, but I assume there will be benefits once it all becomes... old habit.
So this will be your first year filing taxes for it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, you'll have to let us know how that goes because, we're thinking about doing this like next year is what we're thinking. Okay. Because we haven't made any money on the podcast, but we're thinking like if we do, we should maybe get something going.
Yeah. Then you can write off microphones and gear.
Well, we already have it, so I don't know how we can do that because I think you need to buy it like the year that you would file for it. So, since we aren't technically the business this year, we already have it. We can't.
The biggest payment we've received so far is a ball shaver.
Yep. Yeah, we got free stuff from Manscaped, but that was it. And mine doesn't even work anymore.
So far, the biggest payment from this podcast is smooth balls.
Yeah. I still have my Lawnmower 3 that I had prior to our sponsorship or whatever, but the 4 already broke and I don't want to be like, hey, remember that free stuff you gave me? Yeah, it's broken. So can I get a new one?
How much did you get taxed on a ball shaver?
They didn't send us a tax form, so I don't know. I'd say $20 though.
The benefits though are
I'm gonna say like 50 hairs.
Yeah, 50. Good amount.
Yeah, $50
leaves you with plenty. There are benefits. I'm excited to explore the ways to abuse like tax deductions because just going out for pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza after comedy shows,
that counts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's a
business meeting.
Comedy meeting, right? Yeah. Exactly,
Dang.
I'll buy.
Yeah, I'll buy every time.
Tax write-off. So,
dang.
Yeah, learning as I go.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys know what I find out.
Even if I'm not performing.
Good, because every time I travel up there to do a podcast, I can write off the gas.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
Exactly.
Dude, anytime you do comedy, I'm going to just show up for the pizza afterwards. I don't care if I'm performing or not. I'm just gonna...
Business meeting.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea, though. When we are doing the podcast, gas could be huge because we were doing it we were literally driving back and forth. He was either coming up here or I was going down there every episode before I got this pod tracker.
Yeah. You get 58.5 cents per mile.
Dang.
It's tax deductible. So yeah, driving back and forth with the podcast, driving around to scout venues. I've been tracking that. I'm up to 2,500 miles or something since I've been keeping track. So
you can technically count this then, you driving here.
Oh, there you go. See?
Yeah, you should track how
you got it.
Yeah,
you're natural. You're ready to exploit the government.
Well, I mean, because this counts. Like you're doing. This is a comedy podcast.
Yeah, it is.
Like, yeah. Vandy just sent me a text the other day. We're almost in the top 1,000 comedy podcasts worldwide.
There you go. Yeah.
So
look for me in Brainerd coming up. Comedy shows, everybody.
Yep.
There you go. Now I'm promoting.
No, that's perfect. We're
promoting my business.
Yep. We're also going to be asking you at the end of the episode to plug any shows you might have. Plug everything. Perfect. So that way everybody can know what's going on in the world of Patrick.
Yeah, and anytime you got shows or anything, Patrick, send it my way. I'll put it up on our podcast website or our social medias and all that.
All right, thanks. I'd appreciate that.
I'd say send it to me, but I'm not great at that stuff.
I've heard that. Like I said, I'm a big fan. I've heard that's one of your weak points.
One of our challenges for the month of December is for him to do 16 posts on social media.
It's for both of us to do 16 posts, but it's because I don't post.
Sure.
Because he doesn't post.
I'm the reasoning behind it. But I've already done 2. I'm already at 2 of 16.
I know you have. I've been really proud of you.
Yeah, I did one about the Vikings on Sunday, and that's not even my team. I did say go Rams on my personal one, but
so
I'm learning. I'm getting there.
That's
I'm learning.
That's part of it too.
Yeah,
that's social media is something I'm terrible at, and I need a challenge, I guess.
Yep. If you want to join in on our challenges, that's our December challenge. 16 posts.
Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it alongside with you guys.
Sweet. We're gonna hold him accountable. If he doesn't do it, he owes us $25. That's how we're doing
that's the game.
It. That's the game.
That's motivational.
That's the challenge. If we don't hit the goal, so like if I don't run the 10 miles in November, I owe $25, and then we're gonna throw all that. Like once we have a pile of money, we're gonna throw it to some sort of charity, and we're gonna put it all there. So, but right now I think we're each at $20 because we started episode challenges. Yeah, we started doing episode challenges, but it's tough because like we record kind of randomly, like based off time and when we're able to do it. Obviously the episodes come out every other week, every other Monday, but like we might record 2 episodes in a night.
You record 2,
So. It's tough to do your challenges in between if you're going right into the next episode. So we decided to do monthly ones.
Makes sense.
I lost track. Where are we?
8.
Okay. So Patrick, how long have you been writing? It sounds like it's been a little bit longer than you've been performing. How do you write? For example, do you write on stage or off stage? And if off stage, what does your writing process look like?
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. I kind of just started gradually collecting premises years ago. That's how I got started. As far as how I write now, it's sporadic. I tried to force myself. That doesn't work at all. There was a month where I'm just like, I'm gonna get up every day. I used to play Magic the Gathering Arena, MTG Arena every morning. I do my daily quest. And I just thought, okay, I got to focus on writing. So I uninstalled MTG Arena.
Oh, that's a sad day.
And I'm just like, okay, every day I'm going to start with writing. And I did it for close to a month, and it completely backfired. Like I just couldn't force it. And then I'd get frustrated. Like, what the hell's wrong with me? I haven't done anything. I'm just staring at paper for hours. So that didn't work. And prior to that, and I guess since that, it's just been really... I don't know, bolt of lightning-ish. I'll just wait for some kind of inspiration, and then I'll just go, and I'll write for 2 hours straight, and that won't happen again for weeks or maybe even a month. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens in the middle of the night, which is frustrating.
Yeah.
And I just got to go.
You just get up and just go do it. Then, like you have to force yourself up.
Yeah. If I got an idea at that moment and it's flowing, I just got to do it at that moment because I've tried to force it. I know people like Seinfeld say like write every day, write something every day. And I tried and it just made me angry at myself. But I have since reinstalled MTG Arena, so.
Maybe that'll get your brain flowing. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I've said in the past, like on here, I write, but I don't like sit down and like write new things. Like I write based off of stuff that I've come up with in the past. So like when ideas hit me, I write them down in my notes on my phone or on a piece of paper or whatever. And then when I sit down to quote unquote write, I write on the stuff where I already have an idea on. So like I'm not writing from nothing, if that makes sense. So I'm not like, because like Joe Rogan and like you're saying, like all these guys like write from nothing. Like they'll sit there and just stare at a blank page and then come up with something.
Yeah.
I tried that. I can't write that way.
Yeah, I can't at all either.
Yeah, but if I have some sort of an idea, even if it's like a concept of a joke that it's not even a premise yet, where I'm just like, okay, well, I'm thinking about this. Like that is way easier for me to write than like if I have absolutely nothing. So
I'll do that a lot too. Like if I'm out in the wild or whatever, in the real world, walking around and just get an idea, I'll usually text myself immediately. And then I throw that in a Google Doc that I've got at home. But it's usually just the hint of a premise, and I don't even know the angle I'm going on it at that point. And you know, sometimes I'll read through that, and that will occasionally inspire me. But I don't know. I can't force it. That's what I've found. Mm-hmm. I wish I could.
Well, I feel like comedy is a very tough thing to force, because if you force it, then I feel like it's not going to be as funny.
Right.
Like I feel like it's gotta. Obviously, you need to put the work into it, but like I feel like that it should come kind of not. I don't know. It should kind of come naturally, but like it should develop naturally.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I'm curious, Vandy, you're a storyteller. So, do you get material just as life happens and you store it up? It seems like you can't force a new story.
Yeah, it's mostly if something funny in life happens, I'll write. Sometimes I'll write that whole story out, and then I'll add in my punches and my tags and all that, and try to zip it up a little bit.
Sure.
So, but yeah, and then for like actual jokes, I'm trying to do one-liners and stuff just because it's a new. I just don't do it. I never really did. And I'm trying to get good at it because it's all comedy is all comedy. You know, I'm trying to do all of it. And so I kind of go off your premise thing. I try to pick a premise and then try to make a joke off of that when I do try to do my one-liners.
Yeah.
But yeah, with stories, I'm it's something that's happened in my life. Almost all of my stories have happened to me in life, and then I just zing them up a little bit.
Yeah, not all of my stuff has ever happened to me. A lot of my jokes, I talk about my girlfriend or my ex-wife or my sister. I have none of those.
And even that's interesting. Like, I think that's fine, but I know like some comedians, even in our group, like Joe doesn't like saying things that aren't true.
Yeah,
and I'm cool with lying to the audience.
Yeah, I lie all the time.
Yeah, I tell a lot of lies in my set.
Nah. Well, I don't know. Like, there's definitely like truth behind. Like, I feel like it is funnier when you connect with your joke. Like when you have like a personal connection with the joke. Yeah. I feel like there's definitely like you can tell if somebody's lying or not for the most part. Like obviously, like some of the jokes when I write, like when I say my girlfriend, some of it does kind of relate to an ex-girlfriend or whatever. But I just never changed the joke to an ex-girlfriend, which maybe I could, but I don't know. If I say girlfriend, I feel like that is more of a connector than ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I just try to choose what relationship would be best for the situation. So like if I say brother or sister, it means nothing to me, but it might mean something to the joke, or like I might connect with somebody else. Like I don't connect with it, but maybe somebody else will connect with it.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying different things, see what works, see what doesn't work. And
yeah.
But it's tough when, because I'm only one-liners right now. I'm trying to get into like the stories and trying to like connect a lot of these things, but like it's so hard for me to do. I don't know. My mind is just like so sporadic. Like I'll think about this and then I'll think about that and then I'll think about this. And so like that's how my brain works. And so it's tough for me to like do the story.
Try to write a story. Try to write a story and then go through your jokes.
I've done that.
You have a shit ton of them.
I've done that. I can't do it.
But you tell your story and then go through your jokes and see where you can kind of squeeze a couple of those in.
Nah. I'm gonna try it again.
You know what I mean?
I've been thinking about it. I just haven't been able to do it. Especially because like some of my jokes, I'll talk about like there's such random things. Like I'll talk about like my naughty roddies, and then I'll go into like something about glasses, and then I'll talk about like I don't know. Like I go random places, so it's tough to connect.
I think you just gotta, I don't know.
Story.
Yeah. Go with what's natural, man.
Yeah.
Go, I don't know, play to your strengths.
Yeah, and my strengths I feel like are one-liners, so that's why I keep doing that way for now until I feel like I can get into something else.
Right. I think, I don't know. I think about that a lot. Like there was a time in our group, I gave somebody what I thought was a great tag for one of their jokes, right? And I watched him perform it 3 or 4 times maybe, and every time it was like awkwardly shifting a manual transmission car.
Yeah,
and I think because their natural style was just like fun storyteller. And then I gave him this like really dark,
oh, okay,
really dark thing.
Yeah,
and like
that's great.
And I think I still think that was a good joke, but it was for my style, not their style.
Yeah, you were writing for a different voice. Like you were writing for your voice. You weren't writing for their voice, essentially.
And then so I've kind of pulled back on, I don't know, giving people tags or something. Because I think, well, stand-up's got a line. He's got a line that I love. And it's something along the lines of don't give advice because you're just telling people how to be like you.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that before. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always apply because obviously there's good advice in comedy, but
yeah. Well, I was gonna say like I feel like if you ever have a tag for me, I definitely want to hear it because like with my one-liners, like I said, I go a little bit of everywhere. Yeah. So like I don't have a ton of dark stuff, but like I have a few dark jokes, and I try to connect like jokes together if ever possible.
Yeah, right.
But no, I know what you're saying though. It's tough because like if I give like you a hint of a one-liner, like it might not necessarily be your voice, so it's not going to come off as great as I might anticipate it. Like,
well, I think like a thought experiment. Like imagine just having like a young, before they were anybody, I don't know, really unique comedian like a Emo Phillips or like I don't know. Gallagher.
Yeah.
Like they show.
Yeah.
Like imagine young open mic Gallagher shows up at your local open mic and he's smashing melons. And everybody's like, what the hell is
he had to have gotten kicked out a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I assume he goes up there as a young man, just eats shit. If he were to come up to me after an open mic and be like, I don't know, man, you have any advice? I'd be like, what are you doing? Smashing fruit. Just tell jokes.
Yeah.
I would have ruined his career.
Yeah.
You really think about it, that dude really had to commit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
He probably got kicked out a million times. And everybody's like, dude, you gotta quit with the fruit. He's like, no, it's gonna work. Trust me, it's gonna catch on. People are gonna love it.
Right. Joe Mosier would have cursed him off the stage
for sure.
Like, get the fuck out of here! What the? What are you doing, you piece of shit?
But what if you help somebody? What if he's smashing tomatoes? And you're like,
I guess that could be.
And you're like, dude, you should be doing watermelons. That'd be way funnier.
That's the counter argument. Maybe that happened.
Yeah, maybe you change, like tailor somebody. Maybe like somebody like me, say I'm doing my one-liners, and all of a sudden, Patrick, you're like, dude, I like your dark stuff. You need to go dark. Like, go dark. And all of a sudden now I'm...
I guess that's the counter argument, right? Maybe somebody went up to Gallagher and they're like, think bigger.
Yeah,
Gallagher.
He's like doing like blueberries to start.
Yeah,
right. Melon.
Yeah. Like those blueberries aren't going to get anything.
Right.
So you're dark. Do you think you can do a clean comedy act?
Maybe. I mean, mine's pretty clean as far as certainly swear words right now. I don't think it's family appropriate. It depends what kind of clean we're going for.
Right.
There is definitely a difference between a quote unquote clean comic that doesn't swear and then somebody that has like material that's maybe considered a little more crude. Like I know like Dimitri Martin is like known as kind of being a clean guy,
Yeah.
but he swears quite a bit if you like actually listen to his stand-up. Like it's just he gets that perception because of most of the how the material itself is, but like he'll have curse words in there.
Right.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I swear at all, honestly, in my main jokes. But yeah, they're definitely not for everybody.
Nah.
That'd be funny. I don't swear at all in my. Dude, you swore like 42 times before you even got.
So do you swear like outside of comedy, like just when you're just hanging out?
I do a little, yeah.
Yeah.
Pepper it in here and there.
Yeah.
Don't want to overuse it.
Nah.
Loses the emphasis, you know?
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. I was just curious because, like you said, like, it's not in your stand-up, and like a lot of people bring themselves on stage. Some people don't. So like, I don't know. Like I don't talk a lot about like my material outside of comedy, just because a lot of it's way different than who I actually am. So
I tried to pull swear words out. I think intentionally because of that. There are guys you watch. It's a lot of open micers you watch where I don't know, they go overboard.
Yeah.
With the fucking, they just add a fucking every sentence.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that's a sign of struggling almost. So
yeah, you're trying to like almost like shock humor.
Yeah. I save them.
Well, a lot of the pros, they say if you're swearing all the time, you're just being lazy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that's true.
Makes sense. I've heard a couple of them. Like, there's better words that you can throw in there. Way better words. I mean, you're a comedian because you're a man of words. So use something else.
Nah.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Like frickin'. Such as.
Yeah, I think if you're leaning into the swear words, it's because your jokes aren't lifting as much weight as they should be doing.
Nah.
And you can swear occasionally.
Yeah,
you know? I've done it, but yeah, I don't like that.
I try not to.
And I feel like it's appropriate for some people, like especially like if you're like Joey Diaz. Like I feel like you almost have to. Like that's his personality. Well, that's who he is.
That almost goes back to the Gallagher thing or the Emo Phillips thing. You almost just have to be the best you.
Yeah.
Or the best character that you're trying to be on stage, and
like a caricature of yourself.
Yeah. Again, I'm trying not to swear, but there's certainly appropriate personas on stage that should be swearing often.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm trying to be myself without being myself on stage. So I'm basically trying to hide myself, but like my personality is there.
Right.
And my mind, like the way my mind works is there, but it's just not all me.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand what you're saying there.
I couldn't imagine Joey Diaz doing a clean.
No.
Clean.
No.
Right.
He starts every shot. You cocksuckers.
Yep. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to get through one set without swearing.
There was talking about all this on Two Bears, One Cave with Bert and Tom. They were talking about this, and Tom goes, "I did this one club. It was clean. This lady did not want any kind of cussing or whatever, and they got this black guy from New York, and they told him before he gets up, clean, no swear words, clean." He's like, "Yeah, I got you." He gets up there and he says, "Dude, you said the F word 42 times before you even got on." Like, motherfucker, that's how I talk.
Just had to say something just to get on stage. Once you're on stage, I guess it's all fair game.
Tom goes, "They flew him back to New York so fast." Oh, it was great.
Now imagine doing that on like a talk show where you're not supposed to say anything and you have to like get everything approved beforehand, like, and then just go out and then just go off. I wonder how quickly they'd get you off stage.
They hit that dump button.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Yep. You get tackled.
I try not to swear, but man, a clean comedy would scare the hell out of me. Just don't, because I know I'd slip up and say it. And I swear like a sailor. I swear like a sailor all the time. And there's times where like, man, you swore a lot. I'm like, I didn't even notice I did it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's half the reason I stopped doing it was I don't want it to be that second nature.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm worried if I have to go clean, like I would just be overthinking my next word, my whole set.
Yeah, and then you'd mess something up in the middle of your joke. Yeah. And you'd forget like something that you need to connect, like your connector piece to the actual punch.
Right.
Yeah.
So I used to swear, I mean, not a ton, maybe 2-3 times in a set, but I cut it down to 0 most nights. So just for that reason, I don't want to have to think about it if I ever have to do a clean set.
Well, if I ever hear, I'm going to put a little tally on my notes.
I was going to say.
yeah, start tracking me. Yeah, maybe I'm up there just cursing up a storm. It's possible.
I come up, I'm like, Patrick, you said it like
throw a set completely off.
Yeah. Should I like heckle you as you say it? Just 1.
Yeah. Get one of those desk bells.
Yeah.
Just ding it every time I swear. From the back.
You got
of the
like
room.
one of those pitch counters.
There you go.
Click.
Yeah, click.
I'll just bring one of Josh. I'll just bring one of Josh's guitar. I'll just strum once. Just.
So. All right. Do you ever practice your jokes alone or with friends, family, girlfriend?
Alone, almost entirely alone. Quite a bit, actually. I live across the park from Chester Creek in Duluth, and they have a homeless camp, which is sometimes vacant, sometimes not. But it's a great spot to go practice comedy if there aren't any people living there.
Yeah, dang. I mean, is it like a nice is it like a walk, or is it like a place where you stand, or like how did you do that?
I just stay there. I mean, I pace back and forth.
Okay, yeah.
But they got their river going through there. It's a nice little ravine. Like the river is just kind of background noise. And yeah, if I ever have new sets, I'll just go over there and pace back and forth and go through my new sets. I don't know, 5-6 times or something before an open mic. Yeah, I do that a lot. I rarely bounce them off people. Sometimes my girlfriend.
Okay.
But if she's going to a show and I have like new stuff, I won't even tell her then because
you want her to see it and like get the actual like.
Yeah, I think the surprise in action is the surprise is, in my opinion, like 70% of the joke is they don't see it coming.
Yeah.
So if she's not gonna go, I'll bounce some new stuff off of her. Get the thumbs up maybe, but if she's gonna go, I want her to be just as surprised.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Because she'll give me honest feedback if it sucked or not.
No, I like that because like my roommates are the same way. Like if they're gonna go to a show, I don't want to tell them anything because I want to get a genuine reaction out of them, and like they'll tell me how they like felt. Like if I didn't get a chance to actually see them react to it, they'll tell me how it was.
Right.
Rather than like, 'cause I do bounce things off of coworkers and friends and family and stuff like that, but like. Sometimes I get the opinion like they're laughing just because it's like I'm telling you a joke and like you're the only one there, so like they're just gonna laugh anyways, whether it's funny or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely understand that though. So I do a lot of it on my own. Like today, I did a little bit when I had some time at work. I just went through my entire set that I want to do on Friday, like my 15 minutes.
Sure. And storytelling, I would guess, is more natural, but maybe I'm completely wrong about that. Does that just come naturally to you, or do you have to practice that?
I do. Like we've ran through it. I've ran through it with Roddy a few times, but yeah, it's more just natural. I just kind of you got your story.
Yeah.
The bad thing is I'll miss my punches occasionally and all that because of that. But
are you an extrovert in life?
What's that?
Are you an extrovert in real life?
Yeah, no. yeah, no. Once I'm out, yeah, I'm big time extrovert. But
it's just getting him out. Once he's out,
sure,
he's good.
Once he's loose,
yep.
When you open the door to the cage and I actually go out of the cage, then yeah.
Okay.
But if he's stuck in that cage, it's tough because he loves movies. He loves hanging out with his family, but once you get him out, he's fun, and definitely outgoing.
I'm not one to just sit down and, especially in a bar. I'm never one to just be sitting still. You got to be doing something, talking.
He's got to be talking. You got to throw darts. You got to play some pool, go bowling. Got to do something.
It's sing.
Oh yeah, karaoke is huge.
Yeah. See, that sounds like an extrovert to me.
Yeah.
Storyteller style just seems like an extrovert thing. Like my mom is like that. She's fantastic storyteller and will just talk to anybody at random. And I'm kind of the complete opposite. So I find that idea interesting.
Yeah.
It's where the stories come from.
Right. That's true.
No story ever. Well, I was sitting in the basement on the couch by myself.
Yeah.
Watching Netflix
again. I started this movie on Netflix. So. This is the adventure they got into.
Yeah, right. Let me tell you about that.
This is the adventures of Harry Potter.
I don't know. I've always been a story. I remember in baseball, on the bus rides home, I'd tell my stories so much that the guys would be sitting in a circle waiting for me to get on the bus and be like, all right, let's hear a story. Like, what do you guys mean? They're like, you tell a story every time we get on the bus, so go ahead. What do you got today?
Yeah. Just got to do what's natural, man. I'm telling you. I think that's stick to everybody's strengths.
Yep.
Tom Brady's not working on scrambling, you know?
That's true.
Maybe he should, though. This year.
Yeah. He might need it this year.
Yeah, this year he's getting sacked a lot. But, I mean, that is what it is. I mean, he's got a lot on his mind. He's got, I don't know, I have him in fantasy football, so I want him to do better.
I'd really like to ask him, like, do you think the divorce was worth it, or do you...
You're right. I wonder if he's kicking himself right now. That your supermodel wife, you're doing it for one more disastrous season. You just ruined your marriage.
Well, according to some of the things I've seen, like, he wants to go more than a season. Like, it sounds like he doesn't want to go right away. Like, he wants to keep playing.
From what I've heard, he wants to play into 50.
Yeah.
Everything I've heard him, like, talk about is that he wants to play into his 50s.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to, but, like, I mean, he is still physically able to do it, it looks like, for the most part. I mean, if you're able to take as many sacks as he has this year and keep going at this age, like, he's got to be doing something right. Obviously, he's not, like, performing exactly how he wants, but once he gets a good offensive line.
In marriage or... Oh, football.
Yeah, football.
Talking football.
Yep. That was funny. But, yeah, he needs a good offensive line in marriage.
She had more money than he did.
She has a lot. But, I mean, he's Tom Brady. Like, I'm sure he's going to bounce back.
It's true.
I wanted to find out, like, hey, Tom, did you get half or did she get half?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the irony. She's probably paying him alimony or something, like child support payment.
Yeah, she's paying him child support.
Right.
I mean, if you split it down the middle, you each get 50-50, you're making out on this, Tom.
Yeah, he gets to play and get a bonus check.
Yeah, he gets money to date other models.
Yeah, right. No kidding. Yeah.
Like, he's not gonna, like, go from Giselle, like one of the best models, to, like, nothing. He's not gonna, like, I don't know. He's gonna be
doing just
fine.
Yeah. He takes the kids during the bye week or whatever.
Yep.
I mean, you never know. I mean, look at Tiger Woods. He was hitting up them Denny waitresses.
Well, I mean, that's what he's into. Yeah, that's what he's into.
He was into quantity over quality.
Yeah.
I still love Ron White when he was talking about it. He's like, his wife was getting mad or whatever, and he's like, that guy. She goes, what about him? He cheated. Yeah, he did it one time. I'm like, he only had one chance. Had millions, all right?
Yeah, right.
Percentage-wise, Tiger is way better.
That's just how many times he got caught, and then.
So.
All right. So the last question before we have you ask us questions is: do you record your sets? And if so, does it help with future performances?
I do not record them. Danielle records 95% of our sets.
Yep.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's so helpful.
It's such a nice bonus.
Yeah.
Here in the Duluth scene. Thank you, Danielle.
Yes, thank you.
The scene is fantastic because she records virtually every single show. I do try to watch them. I'm probably like most people, I just can't stand hearing my own voice. But when I can force myself to do it, it's very valuable, especially just for things like timing. I love to listen and just make sure, okay, I'm speaking too fast here. Got to slow down. I'm stepping on my own punchline here.
Yeah.
Breathe a little bit. So it's something I need to get better at. Probably everybody does.
I do, for sure.
Yeah, I know some people are really good. Like Sydney, who you've had on the show, she'll record her bit and listen to it 20 times or more probably on a road trip or whatever.
Yeah, she's like the opposite. Yeah, I'll listen to mine once or twice, but she'll listen to it over and over and over. Like, she's really good at that.
I wish I could do that. I can't stand the sound of my own voice.
Yeah.
See, I'm more like Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I don't record. I'd sit there and just nitpick the whole time.
Yeah. Well, you listen to the recordings of this podcast. Like, you listen to this multiple times.
I've listened to every episode at least 5 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Even the 3 hours and 48-minute comedy marathon episodes?
Yep.
Wow.
I kind of have to for editing and
sure, I guess.
And I still fuck up.
Quality control.
Yeah, Danny got the record for the day that one time because he put the second half on there twice.
It came out and I was so excited. Then I'm like, oh, like 5.5 hours.
Yep, she got the record for a day.
God.
But I think Sydney
I fixed it within a day.
Yep.
Okay. Controversial record now.
It's got an asterisk.
Yeah, right.
I still laugh at Sydney's though. Her laugh.
Yep.
Her laugh is so good.
Oh yeah. we need to get that soundbite.
It threw me off guard so much the first time she did it. I was like,
yeah, if you're not ready.
Yep.
Yeah, I was not ready for that at all.
I didn't warn him at all.
Oh, good.
It was awesome.
No.
I wanted the genuine.
Dude, at first I wanted to ask him, like, are you okay? Like,
yeah, I just wanted his reaction from it. Like, I thought it was going to be amazing, and it was. It was good.
Yeah, Tuscan Raider raping a donkey. That's what it sounds like.
I have not heard it that.
I was praying that when she was on Kill Tony that she'd laugh like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, they would have torn her apart.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude, I'm like, they ripped on her quite a bit, and I was like, you guys didn't even heard the best part yet. So I was just waiting.
I know.
I hope she gets on a second time.
Yeah.
I hope it happens.
It unleashes it.
Yep. We need to
laughter.
We need to have somebody go with her that will make her laugh from the audience.
Yeah.
I don't know how we do it, but I have to get like some sort of mic in her ear. Like, she's got to wear a headphone, and we got to be talking to her the whole time.
Love those kind of laughs, though.
She's got a good one. So does Gavin.
Yeah, Gavin's got a really good one too. I want to get him on the podcast. I want to get everybody on the podcast.
Do it. I love this series, you guys.
Yeah.
Not just because I'm on it now.
Yeah.
I've listened to every one.
Nice.
So I'm a fan.
Yeah, I want to get everybody on. It's just getting to know you guys like more intimate is awesome to me. Like, just getting to know you guys like on this level is so fun. Like, I love doing this anyway. So like, I want to do this like with everybody like that I'm close with too, like my family and friends and stuff. Yeah. But like, getting to do this with comedians is amazing, and talking comedy, like, it's so fun.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can talk comedy all day, every day.
Yeah.
And then talking with everybody in a different way, because like everybody's obviously different. So like, it's just so cool.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get them all. I mean, with the comedians, there's a risk of overdose or something before they get on the show.
Yeah, we should look at doing it that way if we want to get our order in.
Maybe prioritize the most drug riddled comedians in the group. You know, they might not be able to wait till like 2023. But.
Yeah, we got about a week and a half for this person.
Yeah. Right. Can think of a few. Let's get them on. Stat.
That's awesome.
I still would like to do what Danny said though. Like after doing stand up on like Thursdays, maybe we can stick after and hook up like 4 or 5 mics and
that'd be sick.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
About the night.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. Like, just have like, we already know like kind of who we're gonna have, and then just stay after, and instead of going to the pizza place that we are not gonna even mention. Because
we're banned from.
Yeah, we're banned from, so we're not gonna go there.
Banned from there now?
Yep.
What'd you guys do?
We didn't do anything, but exactly. Members of the group.
But we did go last week.
And was it okay?
It was okay, but we weren't in the bar. We were in the other part.
Well, that's not a good test run then. Nah. We had one guy got trashed, he fell over, knocked over 3 or 4 chairs maybe.
Nah.
And that bartender already hates us because we come only an hour and a half before closing time.
Yeah.
And he wants to get ready to close at that point. So he's hated us for a while. So we had a drunk guy knock over chairs, then a different drunk guy vomit into his hands, then on the floor.
His own hands, not into the other drunk person.
Yeah. And then the bartender's like, how about you guys never come back?
Yep.
Somebody needs to talk to that owner about that guy, because he wasn't very nice the time that I went up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that same dude.
Yeah, and the same guy, or maybe it was the same guy. I think it was. Michael was trying to come in and hang out with us afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
And he literally was just moving a chair, and the guy grabbed it and set it up.
Took it out of his hand.
And he's like, guess I'm not staying. And as soon as he did that, I'm like, dude, I'm not staying then. Like, fuck that.
When we show up at like 10:30, and the hours are posted till midnight.
Yeah,
so
everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it's on the door. It's on the website. It says midnight everywhere.
He starts putting up the chairs at 11, and if anyone comes in past that, he's just like, get out.
Somebody needs to talk to that owner, dude. I'd be pissed if I owned that place and I found out my worker was kicking people out.
We're trying to buy your pizza and beer.
Yeah.
What's the problem? Isn't that the whole point of this establishment?
Yeah. And there's definitely times where like we wanted to order pizza and couldn't, and so we just had to order drinks. Well, I'm not drinking. I just want a water.
Yeah.
So now I look like a bad guy because I'm not ordering anything.
Hates you even more.
Yeah. Just making him work, but not getting anything. I'd still tip for the water like $1, but I mean that's not worth it for him.
Right. Still, get it? Don't you want tips, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
You're obviously your hourly wage can't be that freaking good here.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, we should come in with 6 to 8 people.
Sometimes even more. If it's a good night,
you're gonna get a good amount of tips from us. We just want pizza and 1 or 2 drinks a piece, man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I feel like it's
be an easy $40-$50 for you.
Yeah.
But I guess not to everybody. But we're finding alternatives now. Danny said we can go to her house every now and then, and she had like 2 other options today or the other day that she mentioned, like 310.
Well, and if the new Wednesday night open mic works out, they got Topper's Pizza right next door.
Oh, nice.
And they're open till 2 a.m. And hopefully they got a better bartender.
Yeah. It's the same bartender.
That's where
he's got to go over there.
Wednesdays.
Yeah. He's got to get over there. Like that's why he's got to leave Pizza Lucha, because he's got to go to
right. That's it. It's right next to the venue, so hopefully that turns out to be okay.
It'd be so funny if it was the same one.
Right. We walk in the door, he just drops his tray.
Yeah. Just
come on, are you kidding me?
Get out.
Oh, jeez. Well, sweet. Patrick, do you have any questions for us?
Oh, I thought of a few. Let's. Do you guys find that your pre-comedy circle of friends and family that they just don't get comedy?
I've definitely have gotten that. A lot of my friends, like before I started like writing and like before I like did any comedy like performing wise, like some of my friends get it because they've performed musically, but it is a little different because like they're with a group typically. And so like when you're on stage doing comedy, like it's just you. Like, it's not a group, so you can't like rely on anybody. And so like they relate-ish to it. Like they obviously know like what it's like to be on a stage, but they don't know what it's like to not have anything to fall back on if needed. Like you can't fall back on the music or your style, or like you can't fall back on that in comedy. And so like I try to talk to them about comedy and they can't really relate. But everybody else that hasn't even, like, it's way harder to connect.
Yeah, it seems like they've got no idea.
Yeah.
I try to talk to them, and
or they think they have an idea,
but
they have no idea. Yeah. They're like, "Oh, this would be funny on stage." I'm like, "I've heard that joke 100 times from 100 different people. You can't use that on stage." They're like, "Oh yeah, but you can use it. Like it's a one-liner." I'm like, "No, I can't use that. That's other people's jokes. I can't use. I have to have my jokes. I can't use other people's jokes."
Like for my mom, she's never seen me. She's about to coming up, and I'm just terrified because to her, comedy is Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
and so she always asks me. She's like, "So do you do like political impressions? Because that's what she thinks comedy is, because she just watched Saturday Night Live. And I'm like, no, I don't do any, Mom. She's like, none? You don't do
You don't do Biden?
You don't do Joe Biden or Donald Trump? I'm like, nope, I've never done that at all.
I haven't even tried it.
What are you talking about?
That's why I love Bert, because Bert's just like, so many of his family, like, so your shirt's off?
yeah. I'm worried like I'm gonna perform in front of my mom. I'm stabbing my girlfriend. I'm like killing babies, milking Girl Scouts. Like she's gonna just be like, "Oh, well, Patrick, that was interesting."
Yeah, especially like the dark stuff like that. I can get you. I'm about to do like my mom is coming to the show that I'm having on Friday. And she loves like my clean stuff because that's the only jokes I tell her. But like she's gonna hear my naughty stuff, and she's probably not gonna approve of that. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But
like my dad, I asked who his favorite comedian was. He's just like, I don't really watch comedy. He's like, well, I was on vacation in California in the 80s, and they had a man performing in the bar at the hotel, and he was really funny.
You got no more information than that? Like in the 80s, okay, that could be anybody.
I talk and listen to so much comedy, and that's all I do all day. It's comedy podcasts, comedy stand-ups. I listen to it all day, every day, nonstop. But everybody's getting annoyed.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, dude, there's more to life. I'm like, there's not. No. There really isn't.
As big as it is, it still feels really niche almost. Like a lot of people just aren't into it, and if they're not into it, they don't know anything about it whatsoever. Yeah. I had a buddy of mine. He came and saw me twice, and I could tell he wasn't really into dark comedy. But he said after the second show, which was like a week after the first show, he's like, "Hey, you should try telling new jokes." I can't turn over like
a nice way of you telling me that you hate my
comedy. Yeah, I can't do that. Like that's really tough to get a new 5 minutes every single week. Like
you don't. I know it seems like a short amount of time, but you can't turn it over in a week, man. But he just had no idea.
Yeah,
He's not a comedy fan whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm finding a lot of similarities between because I've been getting into disc golf, obviously, like that's one of my major like hobbies.
Sure.
I'm finding a lot about the things that I find similar between disc golf and comedy are the communities. Because like if you're into disc golf, you're into disc golf. Yeah. If you're into comedy, you're into comedy. Sure. But if you're not, nobody cares really. Yeah. It's just kind of like you don't know anything about them. I also think because like I do one-liners, so like a lot of my jokes I relate to throwing a disc in disc golf. So like sure, I might have a really good drive, or I might have a really good first joke, but then I have to have another good one after that to help me with the hole, and then I have to make sure I land my putt. So I have to have in order to have a good set, like I have to have a lot of good jokes, but you're gonna have some bad ones maybe, but then the next one's got to be better. Like I don't know.
Yeah. I can see that.
So I treat each joke as its own universe. I treat each throw as its own universe. So like I don't know.
I think it's good.
Do you ever judge somebody by like? Do you mention a comedian and go to somebody and go, "Oh, they get comedy. I can talk to this guy."
Yeah, oh yeah.
You ever do that?
Yep, for sure. Like a good litmus test.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, so I was listening to Sam Tripoli the other day, and they're like, "Who?" I'm like, "Yeah, never mind."
Yeah, right,
yeah.
Nah. Or Doug Stanhope. A lot of people don't know who Doug is, and I'm like, how do you not know who Doug is?
Right. People don't.
It makes me mad because he's like one of my idols. I'm like, I don't know what. Come on.
Well, that's good. That'll lead into my second question. So. Here's a hypothetical. First, I have a story.
Okay.
Third time I ever did open mic, Stanhope showed up in the room.
Oh, dang.
Oh, man.
And again, this is with a year since I had done it my second time. So I'm raw as hell, right? And you guys know, you get the order. I'm going 10th in the order. Stanhope's not there at the beginning, but probably second or third comic is up, and I hear whispers from the other comedians in the back of the room. They're like, "Stanhope's coming." And I thought, no way I just heard that. That's bullshit. I must have misheard.
Yeah.
So the show goes on. 9th guy is up. I'm next. And then I hear again, Stanhope's here. I look in the back of the room. Sure enough, Doug Stanhope is seated in the back of the comedy room. And this is at Comedy Key West, Florida. And so I'm thinking, holy shit, it's my 3rd time ever. I'm going to go up in front of Doug Stanhope. He's going to love me. Ask me to go on tour with him.
We're gonna travel the world together.
Yeah.
Right. This is how dreams come true, right? Well, the host comes up to me. He's like, hey, man, Tom Dustin wants to go up next. He knows Doug. They're old friends. He wants to perform in front of him. So I get that. I say, sure, go right ahead. So Tom goes up, does his set. Doug even heckles him from the back of the audience, which is funny because, like you said, most normal people don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
They probably think he's some old drunk off the street. Tom Dustin gets off stage. Host goes back on, introduces some random other open micer. So I'm like, okay, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm waiting there in the on deck circle like an idiot. That guy does his set, gets off stage. I go back up, get ready. Host introduces somebody else.
Wow.
Yeah. So the host gets off. This time I confront him. I'm like, what's going on, man? When am I going up? He's just like, sorry, man, I'll get you. Well, halfway through that guy's set, Doug goes out to smoke. Then the host lets me on stage.
Oh,
no way.
So this is your question. This is a hosting ethics question.
Okay.
If you're in that position, you got newbie guy who's never performed at your venue going up in front of a national headliner. Do you just let the luck of the draw rule the night, or do you put your buddies up instead because they also really, really want to perform in front of Doug Stanhope?
Nah.
Or whoever.
It depends because if it was somebody coming to Dublin's and we had a new person that I didn't know, but we had everybody else, I'm hosting, people that have been putting in their time, I feel like should be able to perform in front of him. But I also see where you're coming from because obviously you wanted to do it too. But again, it's tough because people that pay their dues, I feel like should get a little more to it. So
sure.
If I have you or Bob or Joe or Frankie, anybody that's performed for a while, I think I'd want them to perform in front of Doug instead of some nobody that just showed up for their first
newbie.
Time. Yeah, some newbie that just showed up for their first time.
Right.
Maybe that newbie is really good, but we don't know him in our scene, so it's tough to, I don't know.
Sure.
How about you?
I'm a dick. I'm sticking to the order.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I don't. Rules are rules. What the hell do we got them for?
Well, the rules are meant to be broken.
Honestly, I understand why it happened because I know in our scene,
I do too. But at the same time, I get it. I do get it. But at the same time, you obviously know who Doug Stanhope is, just as much as anybody else did there. If it just happens that it's like winning the lottery, and then all of a sudden you're you have the winning lottery ticket, and they're yeah, you haven't been playing long enough. That old guy over there in the corner has been playing for 30 years, and I know him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him your ticket.
The good news was afterward I went out there, and of course all the open micers were hovered around him, but he was so trashed he wouldn't have remembered anything I did.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a moot point, but
yeah, that helps your situation, I guess, because then you're like, well, I wasn't gonna be traveling with him then because he probably didn't remember anybody's.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Doug Stanhope doesn't remember 90% of the open micers. Just so you know, he's probably one of the headliners that doesn't really give two shits.
Oh yeah, he's always so drunk. I've heard him say. I think he says he considers 4 cocktails not drinking that day.
Oh dang. Yeah, that's my drinking day.
That's a day off.
Yeah, that's my entire day right there.
Bert went down to his compound and they podcast for 16 hours straight.
Wow.
And they were drinking the entire time. By the end, they had to chop it up into like 4 parts. By the end, like they literally, Bert was there for 1 day, and it was literally podcasting from the moment Bert got to the compound to Bert having to leave in the morning, and Bert going, "Hey, who's taking me to the airport? Like, 'cause none of us can drive right now."
Damn.
It sounds chaotic down there at that Stanhope compound.
Amazing at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Yeah, that is a good question, though. Like,
well, because couldn't you see, like, if certainly Frankie's favorite comedian was in there and you were hosting, she'd rush up to you and, like, put me up.
Oh,
next. I'm going up next.
Yeah.
I want to go up next.
Well, I'd be afraid for my life if I didn't.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
No, if like anybody like came up to me and they were like, "Hey, like that's my favorite comedian. Like, can I please go next?" Like, if I'm hosting, I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." Unless I'm like having other people be like, "No, like I don't know." Like, it'd be tough, especially like if I'd maybe try to convince that person to stay for the whole show if possible. Like, "Hey, I have a lot of comedians that are hoping to like have you hear their set. Can you stay for a little longer?" Like,
I would do that. I would, like, if you, I would kill you, Roddy, if Bert was there and you didn't let me perform in front of Bert, whatever, you know. But
Patrick, should
we? I would fucking murder you. But
should we tell him?
I would let somebody go in front, you know. But like what they did to you, like they just kept skipping you. I would not do that.
Yeah, dude, Patrick, should we tell him that Bert actually came to Dublin's?
Yeah.
You got to bring 5 friends if you want to perform in front of Bert.
We actually made Bert bring 5 friends.
Yeah, this is a bringer, Bert.
He probably could do it too, because I think he travels with like 20 people.
Oh, yeah, dude. If all he would have had to do is bring a disc golf basket, and he's there.
Yeah,
I'll allow a basket as 5 people.
So I would definitely let like some of the regular, like one of the regulars, but I wouldn't keep skipping the guy that was supposed to be up like they did to you.
3 times was this.
Okay.
That was extensive.
Yeah. Well, if it was Patrick, of course I would I'll skip Patrick a couple times for sure. Just kidding. I like that ethical question though. That is it's an interesting one.
Happened to me. I get both sides. I would have loved to perform.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and not that I was any good at my 3rd time up, you know, nothing would have happened.
Yeah, but if you were like performing, so say you went up and it wasn't your 3rd time, but say you went back there now and did that and they didn't let you on, I would feel a lot different because I know how good you are, and that would be a huge opportunity for you at this moment. Like,
yeah, I'd love to go back there.
That would be a way different story for me.
But
like if we had somebody,
he's a newbie.
Yeah, but if we had somebody like of Patrick's talent come up here, and obviously we wouldn't know it, but like and then all of a sudden he went on stage and he like killed it, I'd be like, I fucked up.
Exactly.
Like,
oops. You just never know.
Yeah, I did that once at St. Cloud. I was putting the show together for River City. And one of the comedians, Jason, who I didn't really know at the time, I was looking for comedians to fill my show. And I like got the number of comedians I needed. And I went up to Jason. I'm like, "Hey, we're doing this show. Like, I already have the number of comedians I need, but if you want like some time, I'm sure I can figure something out." And I felt like a jerk because afterwards I saw his set. I'm like, "Oh my God, he would headline. Like, this guy's amazing." What am I thinking? Like, I felt like an idiot. So Jason, if you're listening, I want you to go on any of my shows ever. But yeah, I'm still friends with him on Facebook, and he actually like remembers who I was. I didn't even know that because like Josh, like, and all the Moonlight guys, they had a show with him. Michael Shines, and Moonlight all had a show, and Jason was there. I didn't get a chance to go to that show, but like my friends were talking about Roddy, and he's like, "Hey, I've heard of that guy." I'm like, I hope it wasn't that show.
I've been meaning to talk to that guy.
Michael Shines, the singer?
Yeah.
Singer guy?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I know him.
Yeah,
he's really good.
He's really good. Yeah, I'm friends with him on Facebook and Jason and him do shows all the time together.
A friend of mine hires him Michael Shines every year for like some huge summer party.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah.
So if we ever need to, you and I can work on getting Michael Shines.
Oh, yeah, we're making connections. We could set like a booking agency or something.
Yeah. But
he's got an LLC now. He's good to go.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
Most of the way there.
Did you have any other questions for us?
Oh, did I have one more? Here's a dumb one. I've been watching how people hold mics.
Ooh, interesting.
Do you guys?
I have a weird way I hold it.
Yeah, I go like from the neck, right?
Yeah.
Real close to the bulb. I don't know, the speaking end. But some people hold it way down, like half on the cord, which seems really awkward to watch. But I don't know. Do you have a preference?
I like to hold the mic. I always twist the cord. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
Yes.
I always twist the cord like that. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't want to like rip the cord out accidentally. Like if I step on the cord or something accidentally.
Sure.
But I just naturally want to do that. I feel like I don't really know where I grab it on the mic though. I think I grab it towards the bottom end. Did you notice on like where I grabbed it?
High shaft or low shaft? You're mid shaft.
I think I'm mid shaft.
Like Sam Bondus goes low.
Yeah.
But I think that's because he like turns it into a penis for a while.
Yep, he does. Yep.
Dangles it around, so he's got holds the cord for that.
I'm stroking it all over.
Yeah.
No preference?
It just depends on where I'm at in my story, I guess. Because I use the mic to make some sound effect, you know, like I'll bang it or whatever once in a while, like there's a knock on the door or something like that, you know? So, I mean, it just kind of, it just changes all the time.
Yeah.
I'll hold it.
I grab it.
I don't stand still very, very much.
I used to grab it up at the top, like because we used to call Moonlight Bowling together, and I would always like basically grab the top of the head, and I would like hold it like that. It was weird.
You had to with those mics almost, otherwise it didn't pick you up.
Yeah, so it was weird, but like I got used to it like that. But then I was listening to other comedians on podcasts, and they said not to do that because it like wrecks the sound.
Sure.
And so it wasn't great. And then Mitch Hedberg, I loved when he was talking about holding the mic. He's like getting into comedy, and they're like, "So are you like good at comedy?" He's like, "No, I just really like holding ice cream cones." And I figured, but I loved that. So then I started.
Do you ever leave the mic in the stand?
I used to when I was new. Like, that was just a nerves thing because I would just I would leave it in the stand, hold on to it with both hands. I had no idea what to do with my hands at that time. I was so new and nervous, but
like a Ricky Bobby situation.
In the beginning.
Yeah,
right. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah. Exactly.
The car went really good today. Everything was running well.
Yeah, that's interesting because I feel like I've definitely changed over the years, like because I didn't perform regularly for a long time, so like I had some time in between, and I would hold it differently based off of like when I was doing Moonlight Bowling, I would hold it higher up. Now that I've been doing it regularly, I feel like I have kind of that mid-range grasp. Mid-shaft, sorry. Yeah. I like the mid-shaft.
You just wanted to say shaft again one last time.
Gotta try to sneak it in. Patrick made me.
Wouldn't be a podcast without a lot of penis humor.
Yeah, you need some penis humor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Dick jokes are the best jokes.
Yep. They're the biggest. Or the smallest.
Usually short.
Yeah.
So where did you say you grabbed it at?
Right at the top. As close to the bulb part as I can get. Like the neck.
But you don't.
I call the neck.
But you don't grab the head.
No. Well,
do you two-hand it? Do you like cup underneath or
one hand?
Okay.
One hand it now. Now that I'm more relaxed on stage.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause you like I don't know like how you feel on stage now, but you seem very comfortable on stage.
I'm much better than I used to be. Stage fright used to be at like a 9. I'm probably at a 3 now.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's gotten quite a bit better. There are weird guys who they hold it like I mean, the audience can't see, but they hold it like this, like coming out of their fingers, like it's a flower spreading out of there. And they talk like that.
I don't think I've noticed that.
And that just distracts me from their comedy. I'm just like, why are you holding the mic that way?
I can't take you seriously holding it like that. Like, that is interesting. I don't think I would have a tough time too, because that's a interesting way of doing it. You're just like, hey,
gotta cup it. You just gotta cup it.
Yeah, they're almost cupping it.
Yeah, yeah, like at the bottom,
at the cord end.
Cup the cord. Cup the cord.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
That's all I've got for you guys.
Okay.
You passed.
Sweet. I was very nervous. I was at like a 9 right there.
You'll get better. Just keep answering my questions and nerves will go away someday.
Nice. All right, so that was, we've already gotten through half of our questions, so we still have another 10 more questions.
All right.
So we still got a little ways, and we're doing pretty good. I think we're actually not really on track for the record, but I mean, you could potentially get there. So
just want a solid performance.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so, actually, no, it's you.
Do you have any other hobbies outside of comedy that you feel might help you with comedy?
Board gaming, probably. Comedy can be pretty strategic. Just kind of like the way you lay out your set. So I like the dark stuff, as we mentioned, but I feel like it goes better if you kind of ease them into it. So there's a strategy element there. You don't start with your darkest stuff. Obviously, you'll turn them off. You know. I do start with some kind of observational humor, turn it dark, then crank it way up. And I guess I learned that just from trial and error. But, I love like lengthy strategic board games where you kind of got to plot your strategy from beginning to end. And, you know, if it doesn't go exactly as planned, you try to alter it on the fly if you can, as best you can. So board gaming seems similar. Or even just like an open mic night where you're watching the crowd, you know, other comedians are going up before you and you're seeing, okay, this is working really well tonight. You know, they're into sex and poop jokes tonight.
Yep.
Let's sprinkle in some of my sex material.
Yep.
You know, stuff like that.
How is your crowd work?
Terrible. Virtually non-existent.
Nah.
I wouldn't say terrible. I'd call it non-existent. I don't try it. I've done it single digit amount of times and it's been okay or bad.
The same.
I'm just not a crowd work guy at the moment.
No. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely like positives to doing crowd work, but like I feel like it's a learned thing. Like you need to just do it, is from what I've heard at least. But yeah, it's for me. The only like crowd work I do is like something that I know is going to lead into something.
Sure.
And it's, again, basically non-existent right now. But I have jokes written down where I'm trying to get into the crowd work. But like I already have an answer regardless of what they answer. I have something to retort with.
Right.
So like I feel like it's, I don't know, almost cheating for crowd work because like I already know where I'm going regardless of what they say.
You're right.
So.
But I mean that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Most of them, you know, especially. I work the door and watch shows at Dublin's, right?
Yep.
And I'll watch the first show, be like, wow, that guy's crowd work was fantastic. And then I watch the second show, and it's like, oh, that's all scripted.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I learned that from Wendy Mayberry. She was telling me that. She's like, I think I had one crowd work joke, and I don't even remember which one it was, to be honest. But she's like, yeah, you did that well. Like, was that something that you like already had? And I'm like, well, yeah, I like knew if they said this, I was going to go this way. If they said this, I was going to go this way. And she's like, okay, that's typically how crowd work is done. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I was just trying to be prepared. I didn't know. And she's like, oh yeah, no, that's normal.
Yeah.
Okay. I was okay with it then, but like I just haven't explored that as much as I maybe could.
Yeah, I have no bits, you know, with intended crowd work. Sometimes it just happens. I find I get better as I've been getting just more comfortable on stage.
Yeah.
I think it's just, easier to talk to the audience and, be quick about it when you're not super nervous up there. But
do you think it's tougher because you like the darker stuff? Because you don't want to like get like too personal with somebody about something dark? Do you think that might be it?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it, I think. Yeah.
I was just trying to like that's the only thing I can think of, like, as if, because you don't want to like say something dark and all of a sudden it like be too dark for them,
right? Right.
Unless you know that person already.
yeah. People like, I know I can get real dark with.
Yeah.
I'm actually, I would think we'd be pretty good at that. But yeah, with some stranger in the audience, who knows?
Yeah. All of a sudden you're just like, you hit a trigger without even knowing. Like all of a sudden you're just like, oh, I guess I can't talk about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it can be something small, like, oh, you don't like the color yellow. Like, I shouldn't have talked about that.
Like, push the wrong button and they're crying, my aunt just died of COVID. And
and you're, oh, shit.
Oh, man, this grinds the show to a halt.
Yeah. Good luck coming back now.
Right.
Nah.
I like crowd work. To be honest, I'd be more comfortable doing crowd work than I would one-liners.
Interesting.
Extrovert guy over here.
Yep. Yeah. He's just showing off.
Unwilling.
Well, I just crowd work to me is just like hanging out with coworkers almost, because that you're always zinging coworkers.
Some of us are, I guess. I like to zing coworkers every now and then, but it's usually like to go along with my already written material. So I guess again that I could just do that with crowd work then, just make each joke like that. I don't know.
Sure.
I would love to see you do crowd work, Roddy. I've said this a million times.
Yeah. Well, should I try it out with you guys? Who here is wearing a hat? I'm just kidding.
We're here. What about it?
I had nothing. I don't know why I even said that.
I've been considering maybe planned crowd work bit where the joke is I'm just terrible at crowd work. So that's the setup.
Yeah.
So just say, hey, comedians are supposed to be able to do crowd work and I'm not great, so let's work on it here. And then I just say like the most awkward, stupid things to people in the front row. See how that goes.
Yeah,
I haven't tried it. One or two shows, just do nothing but crowd work.
Yeah.
Try it. The only way you're going to get better.
Right.
I've thought about doing that, and then because there's definitely jokes where I want to do crowd work, but it's funnier if I get a certain answer. So I almost need a plant. So I need somebody to say something in particular, and so then I can work off that. But I haven't tried that yet.
And I swear, when your audiences are big enough, they just fake it.
Yeah, for sure.
You ask the question,
Yeah, I like
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I like sometimes I'll be I'll be like watching a comedian perform, and I'll see you in the corner of my eye, and I see you answering their question the way that they want you to.
Oh, yeah.
So it's funny because I don't even remember the exact line it was, but they were looking for somebody is somebody into this, and you're just like, yeah. They were looking for an answer, so you're nobody was answering, so you're just like, yeah.
There was one. I was with my girlfriend, and they were asking, so who is single tonight?
Oh.
And nobody answered, and I hate it when nobody answers. So just me.
Yeah. I think that might have been the one.
Then I get the glare.
Yeah.
Who's this girl with you, sir?
Yeah.
To be honest, that's the best thing that probably could happen to that comedian.
Right.
Yeah, I think that might have been the one. I just laughed hysterically because I was like, you didn't answer it the way that you should, because you don't.
Right.
You're not single. But yeah, I thought that was funny. But
that's great.
All right. What is your favorite part of doing comedy, and what is your biggest fear? I know it's two completely different questions, but it's all in one.
This one I have no idea. I mean, favorite part is I don't know. Just having the room rolling after everything you say, Just one after the other. Everything's hitting nonstop. That's fantastic.
I've never had that. I'm just kidding. No, that is a very good feeling when you have those good nights.
Yeah. That just feels so good. It's like they say it's like a drug. I agree.
Yeah, it's like you can do no wrong those nights.
Yep. Just shooting yourself up.
Yep.
As far as what I fear, I don't know. Failure. I've always been afraid of failure. I don't know exactly what that looks like in comedy.
I was just about to ask you, what does that look like for you?
Because I've bombed, and so that's not utter failure. It certainly sucks. I guess failure would be, I don't know, putting all this into it for many more years and just going nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what?
Like I'm peaking now or something.
Okay. So would you consider failure so if you say you did it for 5 more years and you feel like you didn't really escalate to the next level that you thought you'd get to, and then would you say you get to that point, would you stop? Would you consider stopping failing, or would you consider failing continuing to go if you don't see that next level?
If I did for 5 more years and made no progress, man, my gal would make me get a job at that point.
Okay.
Although I don't even know if I can fail.
That's great.
Can only spend so many nights drinking at the bar.
I need to find a gal like this.
I know, that's all I could think of. I was like, I need to find a girl like this.
It's fantastic. Let me tell you. And it was her idea. She insisted.
Oh.
I've said quite a few times, I can get a job, help make some money. And she's like, no, I think you can make money doing comedy. Keep at it. So thank you, Caitlin. I think she's a regular listener too.
Nice. Well, thank you, Caitlin, for listening, and thank you for hooking me up with one of your cool friends that is just like you and is going to be. Just kidding.
Yeah. I hope she's right, because I know you're going to need an opener, and I'm available.
What night? I'm available. That's fine.
Yes.
But.
Well, one of the benefits of producing my own shows is, when I'm ready, I can give myself the feature spot or whatever, right? When I got 30 minutes, I'll book myself.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. Once you feel like you're ready, just try it. If it doesn't work that time, well, maybe just keep doing what you're doing for a little bit, then go back a month or two later.
Try it again later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel said too, as long as the headliner's good, the people have a good time. So I could be a mediocre feature for a while and get some practice.
And that's why I'm pretty excited for.
I definitely think you're ready for feature work.
Yeah.
From the material I've heard.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm excited for the next couple shows that I have, because I have this one on Friday where I'm doing 15 minutes, which is the most I've done in ever, I think.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for that, see if it works. And then I get to on the 19th, I'll be hosting at Dub, so I get a chance to do there. So I won't be doing 15. I'll probably be doing more close to between 7 and 12.
Sure.
I'm going to narrow it down. I'm going to take whatever works in that 15 and push that in. But
when are you doing that? The 19th?
19th, yeah.
So 2 days ago?
Yeah. Yes.
How'd it go?
2 days ago, yeah.
It went
really well, guys. You should have been there.
Yeah, it was so cool.
You crushed it.
It was the best show I've ever done.
Hold out.
Doug Stanhope showed up.
Yeah, I'm touring with Doug Stanhope now.
Oh, what? Damn it. Should have been my spot.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Patrick. We should have had you on that one. I forgot. I always forget that these are in the future sometimes. Oh well. I am excited for what has happened already.
Right.
That's great.
Surprised there's still laughter after the election night riots and
Oh, I know. Can you guys believe what happened that night?
Burned down the Capitol.
Yeah, that was crazy that happened tonight in the future.
Just got nuclear power plants up and running again. So.
Yeah.
It's like Waterworld out here.
Yeah, basically.
We're futuristic and present. We're all in one right now. We're in the future, in the past, and in the present. This is like surreal.
Quantum realm.
Yeah.
I was listening to an old episode of Two Bears, One Cave, and it was pretty much the same situation we're in right now, but it was like at the start of COVID.
Oh.
And you're gonna like this one, Patrick, because it was dark. Tom comes on and goes, we're recording this early, so we don't know how many of your loved ones have died already. So I was like, oh, Jesus. So I was like, that's bad.
Well, that's how it is, I guess. That is a good way to put it, though. Like, yeah, we don't know what's happening, but we're gonna guess. Might as well throw it out there.
It's one of the best things about some of like the podcasts is you hear people talk about things before the virus came out, you know, and they're like, I don't think I'll ever leave LA.
and then a couple episodes later,
everybody's gone.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so funny.
Yeah, everybody went everywhere. Like people went to mostly to Austin, but like some people went to Carolinas, some people went to the Dakotas, some people went to Duluth, Minnesota.
Yeah, I would have been living in the Keys doing comedy at that store if COVID not hit. Now I'm here.
Well, Mitch Hedberg was from Minnesota, and he got his start in comedy in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So are you the next Mitch Hedberg, except for dark comedy?
I'll take it. Well, I don't know about the end.
Yeah, don't do the end. I don't know
about the ending.
Yeah, the ending isn't as good as we want, but that's a Patrick joke. I like that.
They were talking about him the other day. He only had 4 albums.
Yeah. But he also has a lot out there. Like, I've been watching some YouTube on him. Like, there was this one interview from, I think it's Washington State, like the university. And it's just on YouTube.
To be honest, that's where he actually got his start, was in Washington.
Well, but when he moved, but it was at Washington University, and they were doing this interview that I had never seen, but he was like doing some material, and it was stuff that I had never heard of before. I'm like, that's sick. Like, that's a Mitch Hedberg joke right there that I've never heard before. So I mean,
to think about like how big, like how much he's idolized in the comedy world,
and
only has 4 albums.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, you got to think, what's Bill Burr? He's got like what, 9 specials out right now or something. Well,
Bill just picked the wrong time to die. He should have died earlier.
Exactly.
Yeah, he needs to learn when to die.
I'm saying it's pretty impressive to idolize as much as he is off of how little work that he has out.
Yeah. I feel like it's the time that he went into it, though. Like, there was a lot of people coming into comedy at that time, like a lot of big names, like even today, that grew up with him, like Mike Birbiglia, Pete Holmes, like all these people, like Patton Oswalt, like all these people all grew up the kind of the same era. And then like, I don't know, they all are continuing to do stuff, and like he would have continued to do stuff, and he was like right there with them. So I feel like that's part of it, is because the time he came up with who he came up with. And
yeah, people forget that, you know, like he was coming up with like Mark Maron.
Yeah, Mark. Yep.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like people don't really, like they look at him and they're like, oh, he's just a young guy. He's not really that young. He just died young.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were all growing up, like coming into the scene. Like Mark Maron, I think, was a little before him, but like Mark Maron wasn't big at the time, so he was still kind of growing at the time. Because obviously his podcast is what kind of really got him big.
They used to tour together.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, and Mitch Hedberg is just, I don't know. I love him so much. He's like my idol, because like I do one-liners.
Oh yeah.
So I almost have to.
I would have guessed that.
Yep.
I would have guessed Hedberg.
Yep. Hedberg, Dimitri Martin. Yeah, all those guys. Stephen Wright.
But
what is your biggest regret in your comedy career so far?
I mean, the easy one is not starting sooner.
No.
you know, I would have loved to have like 10 years under my belt at this point. Felt like I'd be so far along if I had started sooner. But I don't know. That's a simple answer, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Good one though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like
I mean, we all probably say that same answer though.
Yeah.
Don't you wish you would have started sooner?
Yeah, for sure. I wish I would have started like at 13 years old. Like,
I wish I would have started straight in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wish I hadn't wasted all that time at college.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Studying,
trying to build a career.
Right.
I don't work at a casino. I don't have a.
Right.
I'm literally working to do comedy. That's what I'm getting paid for a lot of the time. No, they don't need to know that.
I learned about like plant cells and periodic table. Like,
I don't have a single joke from it.
Yeah, right.
Like,
it's a waste of time. I got good grades. I don't use any of that on stage.
I don't have a single punchline that I say mitochondria.
Right. Einsteinium, am I right, folks?
The cell membrane. Oh, but
yeah, but you know, it's one of those things, right? This is the flaw in society. There's no high school guidance counselor or really parents anywhere. They're going to be like, hey, why don't you quit your education and tell jokes in front of drunk?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, because it's such
Doug Stanhope is that father.
Yeah, he would have been.
Yeah.
He's a special guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough because, like, even people that, like, do comedy sometimes don't necessarily push their kids to do it. Like, it's a slow process. Like, it's going to take a while sometimes. And unless you get lucky and you hit it big early and...
Right.
I don't know.
What if we start, like, a mentoring program? We start hanging with local youths.
Yeah.
Try to encourage them.
Sounds like a good idea at all. It doesn't sound good at all.
Right. We'll get all our...
Hey, give us your children. We're going to tell them to quit school, not go to college, hang out with us at the bars every night.
Half of us will be drunk and or high. And we're gonna...
We'll have them home at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay, Patrick, you're going to take the 13-year-olds. You're going to go teach them about the dark side of comedy.
Right.
I don't see this going well for us at all.
To start hanging outside like playgrounds and stuff.
Kid, come here.
Yeah.
I got something for you. You got 2 minutes?
Yeah.
That's all I got. Right?
No, officer, I have an LLC for this. Like,
right. I'll bring my paperwork. I'm a CEO.
Here's my poster. See, I got the poster that you need.
Here are your rights, kids.
I could just see you cuffed being put in. Hey, do you have a receipt for this? I got an.
Right.
Pretty sure this is a tax write-off.
Right off my fine.
Yeah. What? Okay. Bail.
Yeah. Public nuisance bail.
I can't go to and then you got to mark off which parks you can go to and which ones you can't go to anymore.
Right.
It's going to be a tough situation, but I feel like there's enough parks out there that you can make it work.
We need some program though, right? Like, I wish
if there was a program, I would have totally done that.
Would have saved me so much time and money in my adulthood. Like, this is what I should have been doing my whole adulthood, and I just wasted it working hard.
Even if
getting a degree.
Yeah, even if it's not like at a children level. Maybe if we do like a college level, like at least get people interested in it, because I don't know about like doing comedy classes necessarily, like, because obviously, like, I don't know, there's a lot of comedians like on podcasts that don't think that you can necessarily learn it without doing it, you know? So, like, it's something that you just kind of have to do. And I guess they do kind of have, like, open mics and stuff at colleges, but they just don't feel the same. Like, because when I did an open mic at college, it was definitely not like at Dublin's. Like,
right.
It was not that feeling. So, like, yeah, if you had, like, some sort of a mentorship in college, maybe that would be a little less sketch. And maybe you can also do sketch comedy.
There you go.
Sorry, that's my one-liner brain.
Double meaning.
Yep,
You're
exactly.
all about
if it's got two meanings, I'm gonna find it.
It's a signature.
Yep. But I like that idea. We need to work on this.
Start a
college kids though. Let's do college kids. I just want to get that out on the air.
Your own on this one. I'm going to stay out of this venture.
But all right, is it me?
I think so.
Oh yeah, yep. Okay. So, have you ever bombed? If so, what did you learn from the experience?
I have. It was actually the week after the Doug Stanhope event. So just my fourth time was my worst time bombing ever.
Okay.
Like 0 laughs the entire set. It was awful. Which is ironic because I did this. The third time was pretty good. Got some couple of compliments after the show. Cleaned that up, worked on it, brought it back the fourth time. Got nothing. And the local pro there, Tom Dustin, just came up to me and he just said, "Hey man, I could tell this wasn't your audience from the moment they walked in the door." And they were older, like yeah. Right. Thanks for telling me afterward.
Yeah.
A warning would have been nice.
Yeah. But yeah, he basically just said, that you could tell these are just older, tourists. I could tell by what they were laughing at, before you went on stage. They liked the kind of observational stuff more, and you'd come in here with your, I forget, like child sweatshop jokes or something.
Oh, yeah.
I think I was doing sweatshop jokes.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes back to the strategic part we were talking about before. Like that was something I had never thought of. I mean, I'm brand new, of course, so I don't know what I'm doing, but now I pay attention, at an open mic to what are they really into? What do they hate? That kind of thing. So
yeah, and then lean into that, right?
Right. Just keep digging that grave. Yeah.
I know you guys don't like this, but what if I go harder into it? Yeah. No, I've learned that too. Like, it's tough. Like, I need to start working on that a little more because like I have a lot of my sets like ready to go beforehand. Like, so I have like my 5 minutes, but then I have my next 5 minutes. So I work off of that 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. But if that 10 minutes isn't what they're looking for, I'm screwed.
Right.
Because like I have that 10 minutes that I could do at any point.
Yeah.
But if it's not within that, I'm like, okay. I need to start like memorizing it. Like if I could do what Bob does.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate goal.
Right.
Where I could just go up and just do what I know is funny and like just always be good.
Yeah, and he's got I don't know how much he's got total because he's never seen him go all out, but he's probably got 40 minutes, maybe 60 minutes that he can do in any order.
Yep.
And just knows where to go when he needs to.
Yeah, he knows exactly how to work the audience too, like within that time frame.
Yeah.
So he'll just be like, that's why like when I got this show together, Bob is going to be there and Danny's going to be there. So as soon as I got them on the show, I'm like, okay, well, I feel way more comfortable now because if I don't do well, they know how to pick it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then I got some other people in there too, but I feel like it's going to be a good show.
Yeah,
there's definitely other people I wanted to get on the show too, but it's tough.
Oh
There's so many good comics that I want to get on, and it's.
Yeah, picking lineup sucks.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
Well, yeah, because you like feel like you're betraying people, even though you're not trying to. Like you're trying to compliment the people you got, but then like you also want to get other people on. So like I understand like both sides, and
oh yeah, for sure.
And it's
no fun.
No. Yeah, I've only gotten one show together, and the show came to me. I didn't even like try to do the show. It was literally one of our Sapphires was like, "Hey, I want."
Oh, hey.
She's like, "I want a comedy show at my bar," and I'm like. Okay, what are you looking for? So then she told me all the stuff she was looking for. I'm like, okay, well, I'll put something together, and I did. So
sweet, yeah. Getting a venue that's just as eager as you are. That's really nice.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
So that's why I did that show. Like otherwise, I wouldn't have done that show. Like I wasn't looking to produce yet. But all right, when the opportunity comes, you might as well say yes.
Sweet.
So
sweet. I didn't know it was a Sapphire member that asked for the show.
I mean, if I wasn't supposed to say that, it wasn't, but.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it was somebody that wanted a show, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'll help you out. That was the color of her hair. It was sapphire.
Oh, nice.
She's a stripper named Sapphire.
Yes, yeah. Her stripper name is Sapphire.
A nice lady. All right, would you consider yourself a funny person off stage?
Kinda above average. I'm not a riot or anything at a party, but I can hold my own.
Yeah. So yeah, because you were saying like you're talking about how Vandy's like extrovert. So you're more introvert, you think?
I'm pretty introverted, yeah.
Okay.
I generally prefer hanging out by myself, you know.
Or like with closer friends.
Yeah,
or,
if it's a group I'm real comfortable with, then I'm usually pretty fine. But yeah, if it's a bunch of new people, I'll just sit there quietly and drink my rum and Coke or whatever.
Yeah. Is that your preference, rum and Coke? Nah.
Any hard liquor mixed with anything fizzy.
Interesting.
Is my preference.
I'm weird. Like I love pop. Like it's my favorite. But I don't really like drinking alcohol with pop.
Oh man,
because it like ruins the pop for me. Like I love pop so much that I don't want to ruin it with. Yeah, I don't know. That's just how I envision it though. But I'll like do it with like. I don't even know. I guess maybe like a screwdriver.
You're not a drinker.
I'm not really a drinker.
Oh. Well, there's that.
Yeah. I do drink. Like he fed me some drinks.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't.
Before, but
you're just not a drinker.
Sure.
Like
yeah, if
Coke was mine.
If I have friends and the goal for that night is to go out drinking, I'll drink. But like, I'm not gonna just go drink by myself. Or like I'm not gonna like if I'm picking what we're doing that night, drinking's probably not on the table.
Comedy nights, do you drink at all?
Not really. Sometimes I'll have one.
Okay. Not really, it's kind of a drive for you too.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, like on the roast battle night, I had one. So maybe I should have one because I won that one. So
there you go. Good luck. I was rarely a drinker till comedy, and every time on stage, well, virtually, I drink. So
okay,
it's turning me into a bit of an alcoholic, which I guess is on brand for comedy.
Well, it's crazy because like I didn't even know this until I saw it in an interview. But my favorite comedian is Brian Regan, and I didn't know that every time he goes on stage, like right before he takes a shot of peach schnapps. Yeah,
there you go.
I don't know why it's peach schnapps. I don't remember why he said that in the interview, but like he'll have a shot of it like right before he goes on stage. It like gets him in the zone or something. Like I don't know.
You just need to find
your. He was a pretty big partier back in the day.
What was that?
I heard he was a pretty big partier back in the day.
Oh, I guess I didn't look into that part of him.
You just need your special drink.
I've heard Bert talk about him a couple of times.
Okay.
Saying that they partied pretty hard a couple of times.
It seems like most of them probably were.
Yeah. At least
you live this lifestyle.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're at that's where you're performing.
Oh yeah.
By the alcohol.
Yep.
Like you were saying, like when you're doing shows, like it's as long as you have a good mic and alcohol there, like
right.
You're
good. And I'm sure, when you're touring, I'm sure you get it free. You know, the staff just, hey, what do you want? Okay, bring me this and this.
Well, that actually is a thing. I don't know about like comedy wise, but like bands, like because the Moonlight Community, that's my friends. Like I just helped them. I like managed them for a little bit. Almost every show you got free alcohol. Like that was just part of it. Like they just had a cooler of beer for you. Like, oh yeah, this is yours. And when it runs out, just let us know. We'll get you another one.
Then you feel like you're losing money by not drinking
Exactly, yeah. I'm sitting there running the camera. Like that's I'm doing the videographer. Like I'm doing all that stuff. And I'm sitting there, but I had like the, whatchamacallit. It had the axle thing. The, can't remember the name of the. Anyways,
the gimbal.
Gimbal, that's what it is. It kept it sturdy, so I could drink. So I just have to.
Sure. You get a little wobbly.
Yeah, but yeah. So like those nights I drank. So I'm sure if it came in comedy, if it was free, why not?
Yeah.
But that's why I try not to.
There's not very many partiers anymore. Like. We're going through it on a couple of podcasts. Like they were talking about some of the serious drinkers still.
Oh, really?
Doug Stanhope and Bert are probably like the only two that are really left.
I'm sure there's more. I don't know.
Out of the big guys.
Nah. Yeah.
And Ron White's sober now.
Yeah, he cleaned it up.
Yep. Like, I feel like I would drink more if it was free because I'm pretty cheap.
Me too.
Yeah. So like if they have a deal, I might drink. Like, because I'm the type of guy that will go to McDonald's. I'm hungry for a chicken sandwich, but the Big Mac is on sale, so I'm getting a Big Mac.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's the kind of guy I am.
Same here.
So
2 for 1. Like I only need one.
Yeah,
I'll eat them both right now because the other one's free.
That happened today. Actually, I was getting McDonald's for breakfast. I'm like, well, it's 2 for $2. Might as well get the second.
Yep. You stuff yourself.
Yep. I'm cool with it though. It's so good. Especially since September and October, I couldn't eat fast food. Like I gave that up for sober October. I love fast food too much to do that. But okay. Would you you already answered that one. Sorry. What is your most memorable night of comedy? Whether it be good or bad, just the most memorable.
I mean, I guess I'd probably hit them both. The Stanhope one for sure.
Yep.
Just him showing up is a big one.
So sweet.
Yeah, that one was awesome. I mean, the first show I'd produced, where we got 100 plus people.
Yeah.
Way above all my expectations. You know, both those were fantastic nights.
Yeah, those sound like amazing nights.
Keep it nice and simple.
Did Doug go up?
He did not go up himself. He went on stage and heckled his buddy. He started at the back of the room, then just went up on stage and talked to him.
So he literally just went in there to drink.
Yeah. Yep.
Dang. Was he just too far gone to do an act, like to do a set?
I think he just came to see his friend.
Okay.
From what I understand, he and Tom Dustin are, I guess, came up together in Boston.
Oh, okay.
I think stand-up's from Boston. And just wanted to heckle his buddy. I mean, Tom Dustin's solid if you guys are looking for, or any listeners looking for other probably lesser known comedians. Tom Dustin had a special called Dangerous Now. I think it's on YouTube.
Okay.
I've listened to the whole thing. It's solid.
Okay.
Yep. He's headliner quality.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Doug's usually hammered when he goes up on stage 90% of the time anyway, so I mean.
Yes, for sure. Wouldn't have stopped him.
Right. Yeah, right. Like, when you ask that, Roddy, I'm like, have you never watched him? Like he's pretty hammered every time I see him. So, all right. Where's the coolest place you've ever performed?
Coolest? Acme, probably.
Nah.
I was there for the contest.
Yeah. Yep. You just did that this year.
Yep.
That was summertime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a great room.
For you.
It went okay. I made it to the semifinals and then did not advance. That's all right. I mean, the guy who won my night just crushed it, so I wouldn't even argue that. And I didn't see anybody else who did advance, but that guy really killed it. But yeah, Acme's a sweet room. That was my first time ever there, honestly.
Oh, like you hadn't just seen performances?
Yeah,
there?
I'd never even seen anybody at Acme, and so yeah, I walked in there and
never done the open mic there.
No, not till then. I went to I went the night before the contest. They had an open mic. You could kind of practice. So that was my first time. It was the night before the contest.
So did they because the first night you automatically get up? Did you already use your one automatic chance
he
up?
Still has a star, man. He can still go use his star.
That's what I was saying.
I think I still have it on a technicality.
Okay, sweet.
When I signed up, you could write down that you were in the contest.
Yep. Oh,
and so that's
like a free star.
Yeah, that's like free star. So I still got my star.
Yeah, you can go use your star.
Go one more time.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice.
Hi. Okay. Where would you do a special if ever given the opportunity?
I have to admit my knowledge of historic venues is not real thorough
yet. Because you're expanding in Minnesota, and then you're going to get to the big ones.
Right. All right, here's what I'm going to pick. And I'll keep this... I was going to keep this a secret, but...
Okay.
Breaking news here, okay?
Okay.
And I'm being legit here. The upstairs venue above the Superior Tavern has so much potential.
Okay.
It should be the coolest venue in the Twin Ports. It looks like if you had like a 1940s bar, like huge bar. They just locked it up one night. Everybody went home, and nobody's been back for 20 years.
Wow.
And they just left it as is. Like they got like vintage cash registers, jukebox, like cigarette machine. They got the old TV with like the round TV tube in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And that's the place that wants to do Wednesday night open mics. Not in that venue. They've got a like bar downstairs. But the owner showed it to me, and they're like, if it ever gets this big, we'd love to find a use for this space.
That would be amazing.
You're right. So I've been daydreaming. It could probably fit 200 or 300 people in there. I've been daydreaming about they get that up and running, and like I don't know, I make enough connections that I can book somebody that will fill 200 or 300 seats. That place should be awesome, and I hope we get there someday.
Yeah. Well, I feel like even just some comedians down in the cities, I feel like you could get that many people up here.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got some good names there.
Yeah.
I bet we could. Once we get rolling with that open mic thing, I'm gonna put that bug in her ear and keep hitting that button. It's such a cool venue.
Well, yeah, especially if you have that like constant communication with the open mic. That's a good in.
Right.
Dang. Yeah,
but it's on the second floor. Like the one whole wall overlooking the street is just windows. A different wall, like adjacent to that, from side to side is a bar, like old wooden carved countertop bar.
Man,
it's just that's
sweet.
Yeah, that space could be so cool.
Is it like ready now, or would they have to do some work to get it like?
They would have to do some
up
work.
To par,
yeah, like the it's got old wood floors. I mean, you don't have to do anything, but they look old as hell.
Yeah,
I can't imagine there's even like I don't know. Ice machine, just basic bar stuff that you need. I have no idea if that's back there.
What about like lighting and stuff? Did they have lighting already, or do you think they'd have to work on that?
Not for like a stage.
Okay.
They don't even have a stage. They need a stage.
Yeah, you'd have to make a stage.
Stage lighting, probably really good sound system. They would need all that, I would imagine.
Yeah, it would take some upkeep then for sure. But sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'll have that's the probably number one thing I daydream about right now is getting that room running, having some big event. I'll invite you guys.
Yeah,
get you a VIP table.
I'll be there. Yeah, we'll bring our mics. We'll just start talking, and we'll have everybody come and say a word or two.
I'll immediately promote you to Sapphire. Sapphire Club.
We're the first Sapphires there. Nice.
The stripper's going to be pissed that we took her name.
Yeah.
Man, I really want to see this going now. I haven't even seen the place. Yeah, I know. Great. I'm trying to envision it. Like you said, there's an entire wall of windows.
Yep.
And then a wooden bar, like, and the wood flooring, like, from the 40s, like. Would you
picturing cash registers, the old school cash registers.
So where would you put the stage? Just off to one of the sides then? So because like, or would you put it like with a window background?
Yeah, if I was in charge, I'd put it with a window background.
Okay.
Because you get some big name in there.
Yeah.
People will watch from the street.
Oh, there you go.
That's sweet. I get it.
It's got a lot of potential.
I need to get big fast because I want to headline this show.
You got to build a social media.
I got to learn how to post.
Get your 16 posts in.
Once I hit the 16 posts, I'm big, right? Is that how it works?
I think so.
I keep telling him that. He goes, oh, man, I want people to see my comedy. I'm like, well, you got to let them see your comedy.
I've been posting on about Dublins and stuff every now and then. Not a lot.
You're getting better. You're getting better.
I'm learning.
All right. What do you normally wear on stage? And would you like to change it? And if so, what would you like to wear on stage?
If I'm hosting, I dress like I'm a Olive Garden waiter.
Nice, you suit up, huh?
So I like to give the presentation of a host, I guess. But my standard outfit is really simple. It's like jeans and a t-shirt, but then I buy a $10 Goodwill suit jacket to put over that, and it jazzes it up like 80%.
It looks
so
good.
Easy.
It looks good.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
comfy.
Yeah,
I like the look too. I really like that.
It's a unique look. Like you don't see it a lot. Like especially like in comedy. Like you stand out just by wearing that. Like it's nice.
That's another thing Danielle pushes too is like having a look, or at least just dressing up. And I wasn't into it at first, but then. Right. I mean, the whole goal is to stand out, really.
Yeah.
It's to make yourself memorable.
She likes a dressier comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I dressed up those 2 weeks in a row was because of her.
You went all out, man.
I did. I wore it. Yeah, I went all out for sure. That's what I wear at work.
Your flair.
Yeah.
Picture on social media would have been awesome then, I bet.
Yeah, see? Oh, okay. You and I will hound each other now.
Okay.
To after shows or whatever. Hey, do your socials, man.
We have to do at least one after every show.
Just got to get in that mindset. See, I didn't even think about that, but you're right.
That would have been
would have been a sweet picture. Up on stage.
I don't even think I got a picture that night, to be honest.
I didn't see it.
I don't think I have it in my phone either.
Okay. Goals are set.
Yeah. I'll take pictures of you, and then you can take pictures of me.
We'll do it.
And then we'll send it. Because I know Danny takes pictures like most of the time.
Yeah, she does. But yeah, I like that look for me. I like that look for you, man.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Thank you.
You got a sweet outfit. How many of those do you have?
Well, suit jackets, I have 2 blue ones, a red one, a silver one, a white one.
Oh, see?
A black one. I got a lot of different options. And then I have just vests.
Look at that.
So I have options to work with. Plus, like, I always just shop the clearance at JCPenney or I haven't gone to TJ Maxx. People keep telling me to go to TJ Maxx. I haven't done it yet. I don't know why.
TJ Maxx is good.
We'll
have a makeover day.
There we go.
We'll take all the comedians. We'll pick up the kids from the park. Do some mentoring. Take them to makeover day.
Hey kids, do you have $100?
Yeah,
why don't you come with me?
Take them to TJ Maxx. We'll get a white van, make the look complete.
Yeah, it'll say candy. Like we'll
out on this venture, boys.
Right, go on. Don't you care about the children?
We are trying to help these children's futures right now, and you're just sitting here bashing us.
Right.
Oh, that conversation with their parents is not going to go well.
Right.
No, you need a suit jacket if you want to.
When you quit school, you got to look good.
Yeah, no, I do need to, I want to go do some more shopping because I could definitely, do that for a long time without, repeating anything, so.
Yeah, I think Danielle's right. I didn't listen right away. It's just a free status boost while you're up there.
Yeah.
You know? I think it just makes you look 5% more professional or something.
Yeah.
Well, I think that has an effect on the audience.
Yeah, I like when she was on this episode, or not this episode, when she was on this podcast, she was talking to me about how with my beard and the nice look, they almost are trying to contradict each other. So it's a good look because then you're intrigued. You're oh, I don't really see many people with a beard like that wearing what he's wearing. So I kind of want to listen to what he's saying, I don't know what it is, but now I'm realizing it's just bad dad jokes.
Well, especially when you're hosting, I think it just looks really good hosting,
Yeah, for sure.
You're the pilot kind of, right?
Yep.
You don't want the pilot to board the plane wearing sweatpants,
yeah,
a t-shirt,
yeah,
and the outfit doesn't help them fly the plane any better.
No,
but it makes the crew feel competent, you know,
and safer.
Yeah,
yeah. I would feel safer if somebody dressed nice and fancy instead of somebody that was just in sweatpants. Even though it's weird because I don't know, I've learned a lot just working at different places. A lot of the people that go to Target Field that have season tickets, they are the people you would least expect because they're the ones in sweatpants. You're walking, you're Wait, you're paying $70,000, like however much per ticket per game, like, and you're like, maybe you can't afford the outfit because you paid for the tickets. I don't know, but
yeah, you guys definitely should dress up. I mean, that'll make you so much more trusting. You guys are gonna get so many more kids that way.
right. There you go.
I forgot. We need to get them into the van somehow. Right? Man. I thought the candy was going to do the work, but I guess we got to do the work.
Yeah, gotta have style.
But no, I think I'm going to start dressing up a little bit. Not like, maybe not go all out every single time. Like maybe just wear a vest every now and then, but like still wear the jackets every now and then.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to do that for the show since I'll be like hosting.
Yeah, I agree. I'm all for it.
Yeah. But
I like it.
All right. If you could open for any comedian, who would it be?
I mean,
and it doesn't have to be your favorite. Just maybe somebody that you like.
I just feel like because he's so dark, I would be successful with Anthony Jeselnik.
Yep.
I don't know if it's too much of the same thing, but I think his crowd would be ready for that.
Yeah.
I think I'd do really well opening for an Anthony Jeselnik crowd myself. Mm-hmm. And I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Like he goes dark sometimes.
Yeah,
but
his crowd will be ready. They're
they're
not going to be surprised by anything I say.
Yeah.
And they'll appreciate it.
I could see you open for like Big J.
Big J Okerson?
Yeah?
Oh.
No?
I could see that.
Stanhope.
I could, yeah. You should have already opened for him.
I should have. You should have saw me.
He should have saw you and then when like, you know what? I need to get on stage.
Completely fuck you.
Yeah. We'd still be touring now.
Yeah.
You know?
Man.
Just hand in hand.
You'd be featuring for him at this point.
Yes, exactly.
You could have a house at the bunker in Arizona.
Yep. I'd be on his podcast.
Yeah, you'd be on his podcast instead of our podcast.
Right. Just that one little decision in life, man. That damn host.
It'd be a little bit of a downgrade from this podcast, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right. We're about to hit top 1,000.
That's true. I haven't checked his numbers lately. Maybe you guys are higher.
He's actually 3 below us.
All right.
I just automatically know.
Should look it up and see where he is.
Yeah. We can do that off air, though. We don't have to do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it now.
Now, hold up, guys. We're going to wait while we do this.
Time out.
Well, I think we hit that time of night.
Dead air right there is real good.
That's the sign?
Well, I was looking at it. I was waiting for him. He usually is the one that says it, so I was waiting for him.
I think we're getting to that time of the night.
Yeah, we had a good stretch.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
We did good.
Is there? So
a lot of fun.
I did want to make sure because like there was something that we didn't mention during Danny's podcast, and she wanted there's a story that she wanted to say, and I want that story to get out. We're obviously not going to do that here. We're going to do another episode with her. But I want to make sure that we hit everything Patrick wanted to talk about. Is there anything additional that you might have wanted to talk about that we haven't talked about yet?
Oh, man. We've been so many places. I guess. I think we got it all.
You think you got it all?
Oh, yeah. Vandy,
he said I love you to his girlfriend for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much more emotion do you want me to display here?
How much more do you want out of this guy?
Holding that in for years.
That's awesome.
No, yeah, I think I got it all. It was a blast.
Sweet. No, it was really good having you on. I love talking comedy, and yeah, we've been trying to have you on for a while now, which is it's good to.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I do have a question, which is maybe foreshadowing something. What you guys do deep dives?
Yes.
When do those come out? Are those in your other podcast episodes?
So we do the deep dives. We haven't done them lately. So Vandy always goes and does his deep dives of all of the comedians. So we're a little behind on those. So it would probably be a while until we do the deep dive for this episode because we have so many episodes we need to go through. Because we do for every episode we do, whether it be just him or I or a guest, we have a dedication, and so we still need to get into those dedications, and I think we are probably like 20 behind.
I haven't had
I don't even need to hear mine.
I'm way behind.
I just love comedy talk, so I heard you guys do that.
I'm definitely going to get back into it. I'm just trying to find a better way. I mean, I guess I've done a few, and I stopped at the one that I stopped at because I'm still trying to figure out how to. It's Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah.
On Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to.
What's the problem?
I don't know.
We need to let Patrick do that one.
Right in between this one with all the van talk and kids. It should fit right in.
But yeah, so those episodes are actually tied in with all of the other episodes. So if you like go back in the library of our episodes, they say deep dive right on the episode. So right now we have a few out there. Norm Macdonald, that was our very first one because that was Josh was our first guest, my roommate.
Sure.
And that was his dedication. So that's when we first started doing dedicated comedians rather than comedian lists. Because we started off doing like, who's your top 10 favorite comedians? And then you do 10 comedians instead of like one dedication. So we did like 11 lists and we're like, we're running out of lists. So we need to do some dedications. So we just did individuals. And so that's when we started doing the deep dives. And they're like 20 to 30 minutes long. So they're not like super long like these episodes.
Perfect.
But something that you can listen to just kind of get a little more of the stupidest podcast.
Yeah, like you guys, I love just about any comedy talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be fun to hear you do deep dives on a lot of people.
Yep. I love the one that he did about Mitch Hedberg because he was trying to do some of Mitch Hedberg's jokes.
They're terrible.
But he messed up.
It's hard.
It was so funny though.
He's so unique.
I loved that episode so much when you did that deep dive, just because of like you were trying to get the joke and it just didn't quite get there.
It's just me. So when we do the deep dive, it's usually just me.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's really awkward. Like I'm still trying to get used to just talking into a mic. Nobody around.
Sure.
To just nobody. So it gets a little. I don't know how Bill Burr does it. Like he has like hour-long episodes. I'm like, just by yourself? How do you do that, dude?
Yeah, solo seems hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do the podcast without anybody. That's why I give him props for doing those deep dives, because even a half an hour would be hard for me.
Yeah.
I'd be like 3 minutes in, I'd be like, okay, well, I think you guys are sick of hearing my voice, so...
I definitely need to get back into them, though, because I am getting more and more people asking about them.
Yeah.
So
the fans demand it.
Yep.
Yeah. Bill Cosby, here I come.
Yeah, at least you have an easy one to go into.
Right. Yeah. Jumping right back into her.
Yeah.
So. All right, I think we are to that time of the night, though, man.
Yeah. What time is that?
Dedication time, baby.
So every time we have an episode, we do a dedication. Whenever we have a guest, we like the guest to do a dedication. So Patrick, we're gonna leave it to you. Who would you like to dedicate your episode to?
I'm gonna do a deep dive here and go with Sean Rouse.
Sean Rouse.
Yeah.
So when you said that name, I don't know Sean, so I need a little bit more about him. You don't have to go deep dive, but just a little bit so people know a little bit.
Yeah, I won't go too deep. I discovered him through the Stanhope Circle.
That's already too deep, man. I was kidding.
He's dead. He had, I think, rheumatoid arthritis, some kind of disease that left him in pain nonstop. He had like a claw hand.
Oh man,
he had a rough life.
I just looked him up. I remember this guy.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot out there, but if you're gonna consume any of his material, there's a Amazon documentary. What was it called? Unbookables.
Interesting.
Unbookables.
It's gonna be.
It's about some kind of effed up road comics. They just go on a tour together, and he's one of them. Watch that. You'll learn to love Sean Rouse. He's a trooper, man. You can tell he's in pain constantly.
Oh,
he loves dark humor. He takes it in some crazy places. That's why I love him. Also, he's got a special called, I think, Spilled Milk, which I believe is on YouTube for free. So check those things out if you want to consume some Sean Rouse material. Yeah. But he's fantastic. He's dead. Should have been more famous than he ever was. So I'm proud to hopefully expose some more people to Sean Rouse.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's
These are the comedians I like, the ones that people don't know.
Yeah.
Well, especially like with Sean, like it's a way to keep his memory going.
Yeah. Right.
I like that.
Because he leaves behind, he didn't have any kids. He's got comedy.
Yeah.
He's got.
I understand that.
Those are our kids, man.
Yeah, that's his legacy.
No.
And he's got some great bits. If you want to look up one bit, you guys are just the listeners. Go on YouTube, Google Sean Rouse Tsunami.
Tsunami.
It's so dark.
Okay.
It's about the Christmas tsunami that hit. Where it hit the Philippines or something. Oh, I played it for you.
I did. I remember that. You did play that for me.
Yep.
I remember that.
That's Sean Rouse.
Oh, man. He's good.
It's dark.
Yes.
Just be ready. But
it's like, it looks like I know what I'm listening to.
Dude, that is such a good bit. Oh, man. Look that up. You guys have to look that up. Vandy, you need to look it up for sure.
All right.
Yeah, we were at the pool, or not the pool, the hot tub.
Frankie's house sitting party or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Have we ever released that video? It's still on our drive.
Of us in the hot tub?
All those videos are up on our TikTok, man.
Oh, okay. But I mean,
check out our social media.
If you paid attention.
I mean, I do.
It's our biggest TikTok so far.
Okay. And that was filmed by Patrick over here.
Oh, nice.
Patrick Degeest was the filmographer for that video. Just giving credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
But, well, sweet.
Patrick, you got anything you want to plug?
Let me think where we are chronologically.
Yep. So
November 21st.
Yep.
Today is the 21st.
Yep.
So, I do have a couple things coming up. I don't have my calendar in front of me. I think it's the 2nd and 3rd. It's whatever Friday and Saturday. I think that Friday I am in Duluth, going to be at the Gopher Hole on the 2nd of December, if I have my dates correct.
Yep.
Second and 3rd.
Okay, yeah, and then the 3rd I'll be hosting at Dublin's. So
nice.
Those are my next 2 appearances. Come on out, folks.
Sweet.
Nice.
And again, if you have more that come up and you want them shared, just let us know. We'll let him know. He'll post it for sure. I mean, unless you want me to get one of my 16 in.
Or that. Yeah. Fans can come say
it might be a coin toss if he puts it in.
Any fans who come and say they heard me on the Stupidest Podcast, I will mentor their children for free.
Wow.
No charge. No charge.
Free van rides.
Yeah.
Free van rides.
Yeah.
I wish I had kids.
Right. It's finally worth it.
All right, sweet.
Vandy does have a kid, but he's not.
Yeah, you should not get in no van.
I was trying.
Do you have a website or anything?
I do. PatDegeest.com, which people probably can't spell. Also, northcomedy.com will also take you there because that's easier for people to spell.
Did you want to spell it for people so they can reach it? Or no?
Oh, yeah. If you want to go to Pat Degeest, PatDegeest.com.
Nice.
Go give him a follow. Go check out his stuff. Go see some of his shows.
Thanks.
Patrick is a really good comedian. You guys are going to love him.
I agree.
I agree as well.
3 thumbs up.
We got three thumbs up. Actually, I'll give you 2. So you have 4.
All right.
You got 4 here.
Jackpot.
For us guys, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, my
Snapchat
at the Stupidest Pod. But you can always check us out at www.thestupidestpodcast.
.com. Otherwise, if you guys have any questions that you might want to hear on the podcast, if there's any themes or topics you want us to do when Vandy and I are doing our episodes, if you have a certain guest that you think might be on that would be good on the podcast, anything like that, or you just want to talk to us, just always reach us at our email at what is it? The Stupidest Podcast at gmail.com. That one was so smooth.
It was. That was good. We really nailed that one.
Yeah, we've practiced it.
Go like, share, comment all our posts, all our episodes. The more you do that, the better it helps us.
I'm going to be posting 16 times within the next 2 months, so you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of me, which is good.
Go like and share those ones the most.
Yes.
I'm trying to prove a point to this guy.
No, you don't need to do that, because if I actually do well, then he's going to make me do it more, and it's a whole thing.
Absolutely. So, Patrick, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Yeah.
It was great getting to know you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This was a blast. Hopefully we can have you on again sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This was definitely a good episode.
Yeah. I'll always come back whenever you guys want me.
Yeah, otherwise, if you ever want to do an episode, I know Danny wants to do an episode just talking about business. So if you ever want to talk about either the business side of comedy or anything, like we have other episodes where we don't talk about comedy the whole time. So
yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to get in that, especially or hear hers. She's
yeah, for sure.
She's got a much longer, more successful history than I do in business.
But yeah, that's one of the reasons why we want to talk to Danny, is just because she's got that good story that she wants to talk about. So, well, sweet. Well, I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. I know I had fun. Sounds like Vandy had fun. Sounds like Patrick had fun. So I think, yeah.
This is it.
Perfect. Well, thanks again, guys. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Have a good one.